Baby, baby, baby. Are you kidding me? Woo! Are you kidding me? Welcome in. Woo! Happy Friday night. It is Friday, right? I was going to say Saturday. I'm way off. Welcome in. Woo! Baby, baby, baby. Happy Friday night, everybody. Thanks for jumping in. It is a Calirado live stream. That means you don't know what to expect. And that's exactly the way I like it. Happy Friday, guys. Thanks for jumping in. What's up, everybody? Cobra Kyle jumping in. Cobra Kyle, congratulations. Wait, hold on. I forgot to take my damn glasses off. Cobra Kyle, congratulations on 8,000 subscribers, man. Absolute maniac. That is incredible. People don't understand, like, the drive that needs to happen in someone to create that, to make that happen. Like, it's an ongoing process, and that's incredible. Awesome stuff. Hey, what's up, Mario? Good to see you, man. Riding Dirty's in the house. Good job, buddy. What's up, DJ Joe in the house? Yeah, you know, it was strategically planned that I would just kind of throw the headphones on and make it look really special, and that's kind of what I did. Mike on a bike. What's up, bud? Captain's Cog is in here. He has offered, I believe, to teach me how to jump. If you guys saw my last video, I didn't take part whatsoever. In fact, all I did was film everybody do everything better than me, and then yeah. So he said he's gonna help me learn how to jump one of these days. And the reason why, if you didn't catch the end of my latest video, the reason why I want to learn to jump, it is entirely selfish. It's not because I want to like be better at jumping. It's because like as soon as you learn how to jump, everybody wants to film and take pictures of you. So I figure, you know, that's exactly what I want. All right. You guys know me well enough. That's exactly what I want. So one day I will learn how to jump. And when I do, it's for selfish reasons, 100%. Because the video that I did, like literally I'm piloting the drone and Jay Bikesome is on the camera shooting 4K 120 so we could slow it down and make it look super sexy. And that's exactly what happened. So yeah, some of those guys might jump in. In fact, Bikesome's in here right now. There is a lot of absolute maniacs on the bike that we were riding with that day. Jackie Legs, Justin Nemi, he might be in here tonight. Those guys are wild. So they all have YouTube channels, and it's cool to see the stuff that they are doing. It's a skill set that I certainly don't possess, at least not at this point. And I'm not saying that I'm never going to get to that point. I'm just saying at this moment, at this juncture, I have no clue whatsoever on jumping technique. You know, I could maybe look good doing it, but in terms of actual execution, not there whatsoever. The Heaters Adventures. What's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yes. I jotted down a couple questions from IG. I put the feelers out, and then of course we've got chat here too. So if you guys have anything interesting you want to talk about, I'm happy to do it. This is kind of a free for all for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then we got a couple guests coming in. But for now, this is an opportunity for me to talk with you guys. So one of the things I said on the last live stream is I find it difficult as a YouTuber to like interact directly real time sometimes with people that we want to interact with, right? Like I can put out a video and we could have a chat, you know, we could have a couple comments, but it's not like real time interaction. And some of you guys, we talk on IG all the time, and that's a little bit more direct, but I think like maybe these live streams are an opportunity to really just kind of interact more, right? And that's what I want. That's what I want. I want real-time interaction, real-time on YouTube. So you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Rad Dad's in the house. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yes. Special guest. You never know. You never know who's going to jump in here. You know what I mean? So thanks for jumping in, guys, on this Friday night. So we're going to jump right into it. Again, this is kind of an open forum to a certain degree, but I just wanted to touch bases with everybody and have some Calirado Kid time with you guys. So another thing, Vince is not in here yet, but I do want to say happy birthday to Vince the Shepherd. He is a local guy around the Rockville area. He lives down near the Fairfield area. The guy shows everybody around. It is his birthday today. I don't know if he's in here tonight. He's probably drunk by now, but there you go. So yes. All right, let's go. Here we go. Let's get down to business. So a couple things people asked about on IG, and we're gonna cover them right now. One of the easy ones. All right. One of the easy ones was night lights. You guys do night rides, and the time of daylight savings is coming up very shortly here. And so maybe the age of night rides is coming to a close. I'm not quite sure. But somebody was asking about night lights and what I use. And you guys probably have some brands that you guys like. Let me know in the chat. But my setup is simple. And there's a couple guys that I ride with that aren't too dissimilar from what I do. Okay. I use a company called Outbound Lighting, and I've actually mounted it to my super downhill, right? And it mounts right up top. The super downhill has a mount built in, and that single light is like powerful enough to get me on a ride, right? Like I can blind the hell out of everybody. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's bright. And it's USB. You can power via USB. So the only downside is I can't see crap. The only downside is you can't swap batteries real time. But one of these is enough for me on a ride out at Granite Bay. Now, that being said, I'm not doing anything super gnarly. I don't know. Like when you guys go on night rides, by the way, are you riding like hardcore downhill stuff? Because I have not graduated to that yet. It's not that I'm scared of it. It just, I like the cruising in the dark. Like, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like a calming experience, right? When you're kind of riding and it's quiet and the wildlife comes out. It's kind of interesting. But this company, Outbound Lighting, they make some great stuff. By no means is it cheap. They have another version that's like double the size of this. And that's where a lot of the guys will come out there and they'll mount the double thick ones to their handlebars. And then they'll put this one up top on the helmet. And then they got global coverage. But I'm able to get away with one for the time being again. But it's nothing super hardcore. It's nothing super hardcore that I'm riding at night yet. And I don't know that, I don't know. We'll see if I'm going to. You guys know me well enough. I'm not a super thrill seeker. Like I love adventure rides more than anything. But anyways, there you go. So we talk about night lights. That's kind of what I use, a company called Outbound Lighting. And you guys probably have tons of recommendations, but you got to get the double thick. On a side note, by the way, as I get slightly diverted because I'm getting distracted with chat, I want to talk to you guys about what's going on right now. The wife and kids are gone. And so the best part about this is like, I can't wait to get done with this live stream because I'm going to do my favorite thing to do when the wife and kids are gone. Get your mind out of the gutter, Outdoor Gold. No, I'm going to like watch a movie on the surround sound and turn it up really loud. Like I can never do that anymore. So this is my opportunity. So thanks guys for jumping in. Another question was trail etiquette. And you guys know the rules when it comes to trail etiquette, right? Like trail etiquette is a simple like idea. It's that you basically give the right of way to everybody unless you're climbing. I think that's pretty much how it works, right? Horses get the right of way, hikers get the right of way, and that's fine. Like when I go out and ride, if I'm doing an uphill section and I see some guys coming down full speed, like just super stoked, I'll get out of the way. I don't really care. Like it doesn't matter to me, but I understand the rules and I am happy to abide by them because, it's all about the symbiotic relationship out on a trail, right? Like if we can't get along out there, then it's not going to work. You got all these trail associations trying to make all this stuff work. And, if you got some knucklehead, you see it in the Facebook group. Sometimes people post about these knuckleheads just hauling ass down a one-way trail and just getting yelled at by hikers and getting reported by the rangers and all that stuff. It's just not like, it's just not worth it. Like I'm not going for downhill times. Some guys do, but yeah, I mean, I don't know, heaters. I don't know, like in terms of right away, like I don't know if I'm going uphill again and somebody's coming downhill super stoked, like I'm happy to just pull over. Like it's not that hard for me to get going. But I know that the rules are the other way around. So I generally don't get mad at somebody if they don't get out of the way. Like I'm pretty easy going though. There's some guys out there, you guys know that I'm not going to say that they're wearing Lycra, but they might be. Okay. Which brings me to a whole nother subtopic, which we're not going to discuss just yet. If you guys are keeping track of my IG stories, you know what's going on. Yeah, it's not good for the sport. If you're, we got to there's so many people out now, and you guys know this, even post-COVID, pre-COVID, less people. Now there's more people, right? So post-COVID, now there's just a ton of people on the trails, and there's a lot of people that don't know the rules, and like, it's kind of up to us to shepherd them, right? Like to help people understand. Now, Ryden doesn't have to worry about that, Ryden Dirty, because he's just literally jumping over hikers. Like he's just sending it right over the hikers. So he doesn't have to worry about that, but everybody else, we all do. Yeah, we all do. Yeah, I agree. Heaters, yeah, I agree. I don't mind getting out of the way for people coming down. Like, but it depends on the situation. If there's no room to move whatsoever, I'm not going to like go down a cliffside to get out of their way, right? So there's a lot of contingencies to those rules, but I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts on it. Yes, and Cody's riding on the weekdays is certainly preferred. Bikesome knows all about that because he rides every day. In fact, Bikesome just got back from Santa Cruz. He's an absolute maniac, and I'm jealous. In fact, we're going to go and do some stuff tomorrow, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. By the way, somebody did request a whiskey review. I'm not going to give a full whiskey review, but tonight I am drinking the E.H. Taylor small batch. And if you have not had the small batch, excellent. E.H. Taylor's whole line is fantastic. And there you go. So anyways, that's a couple things we talked about. Let's see. Spots to eat. If you guys aren't local to the area, it's not going to make any sense to you guys, nor will you care what I like to eat. Mr. Percussive's in the house. Holy hell. We got some absolute shredders here tonight. But there is, over at Granite Bay, I recently discovered there is an Italian deli that is awesome. And it is called Dominic's. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Dominic's. Oh, baby. It is good, but it gets packed. Like, that's the only downside. One of my least strong suits as a person in general is waiting for things. I'm not quite good at waiting for things. That's why I don't like theme parks and stuff like that. I don't like the idea of waiting in a line for a very long time for no reason. Without reward, right? Going on a roller coaster for an hour-long ride? No. Can you guys imagine, like, we go to North Star, right? You guys go to bike parks, and sometimes those lines are bad, but they're nothing like that. Like, it's generally like 15 minutes to get up on the lift or whatever, right? Like, can you imagine waiting an hour to go downhill? Like, would you still want to go downhill? I'd probably be an XC bro by that point, which, by the way, I don't mind riding XC stuff, so there you go. Yes, RC, you got it. John, you had some E.H. Taylor the other day. Yes, their whole lineup, fantastic. Like, I got nothing bad to say about any of the stuff on their lineup. It's all fantastic. All fantastic. So here we are on this Friday evening. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for jumping in. What do we want to talk about for mountain bikes? I mean, 29ers versus 27.5? No. But I will tell you about the Calirado Kid curse, which has cursed me for about a week or 2 weeks now. Every ride I go on, I get a damn flat. And like, okay, so we're out the other day. BKXC, what's up, buddy? Dude, thank you for the donation, man. He's on the road. He is traveling as we speak. And here I am. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, dude. And Joe's Buffet is the best. My dad still takes my kids there every time they're in town. Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you, man. Now I got diverted. Oh yeah, so I'm on a ride basically over at Granite Bay, which if you guys know Granite Bay is pretty tame for the most part. It's basically like, let's do a loop, and there are some gnarly rock roll stuff out in the background, right? Which you can get into some trouble with. But we're talking about like, we're doing a casual ride out of Granite Bay. Well, I decide I'm gonna send it somewhere, and I send it right into a rock, and my tire pops like this. I'm not kidding you, and there are people that will vouch for me here. It was a 40-minute repair, and it's not because I'm unskilled at repairs. It's partly because of that, but we're talking about like getting the levers out, pulling the tire out, just the fluid going everywhere. So basically, we tried to patch the tire from inside, didn't go. Then we pulled out a tube. We finally got the tube in. We got that all put together, put it back together, and finished out the ride. We go to Auburn 2 days later, go in the first downhill section down Culvert, bam, tire pop again. Fluid everywhere. It's just ruined. Luckily, another guy had it. We went through probably 17 and a half bottles of CO2 canisters. You don't call them bottles, right? Is there a limit to the size of a thing before you can call it a bottle? By the way, like, is it like, okay, so canister, bottle? Is it, you guys might know. Tim, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Whew, yeah, so you guys want to know about the old drone, do you? Yeah. Man, oh man. Uh-oh. Hey, by the way, yeah, if you guys missed the intro, yeah, I took a sip out of both of these cups. So, and how fitting is it, by the way? How fitting is it that this one's got the water and this one's got the whiskey? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, speaking of the fact that BKXC is in here, we got somebody that just jumped in the chat, and maybe you guys know who this is. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. He's gonna jump in here for just a second and ask me a few questions. But But in my opinion, I'm going to give him a really good intro. He is one of the most talented mountain bike YouTubers in the business right now. He is incredibly good looking, maybe even better looking than me. And so, yeah, let's just jump right into it. Let's get him in here, and he's going to ask me a few questions. Okay, guys? So here we go. Hey, is this thing on? Is this thing on? What's up, Joe? Calirado Kid. Good to see you, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Let's get right into some hard-hitting questions because I know everybody in chat is really curious about one thing and one thing alone.
Yeah.
Do you miss the beard, buddy? Do you miss the beard? I mean, the mustache is glorious, but do you miss the beard? Look, first of all, I'm going to go on record and say you're incredibly good looking, buddy. I appreciate you. And yes, I do miss the beard. The mustache is pretty glorious, but I'm going to be honest with you. My face gets kind of cold sometimes. Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I mean, your face can get cold. And when it's cold outside, it just it gives you a little tickle in the chin. Look, let's get to another hard-hitting question that I know people are interested about. You made a post, and Brian Gong, a.k.a. DeGonger, recorded you saying that you hate road bikers. Is that true? Look, everybody in chat knows that's not true, okay? They follow me on Instagram. You know, it's pretty obvious. Look, I didn't know he was recording at the time, okay? I didn't know he was recording at the time. But look, sometimes when you're on the road, you have to swerve around these people, okay? This is, you know, it's like, it's just, that's all it was. You know, all I hear are a mountain of excuses. A mountain of excuses. And, it's fine. Everything's under control. Look, one final question. Is it true that you're going to do a dig day with Fat Track tomorrow? Oh man, I'm glad you brought that up actually. Great point. So yeah, Fat Track is a local group. It's super awesome. Hey, look. I'll interrupt you right now. Look, I gotta go. I got better things to do than watch this dumb live stream. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'll take the question off stream and you can just keep talking about it and I'll see you later. Okay? Yeah. All right. Good talking to you, man. Good luck. Okay. All right. Look, he's not wrong, okay? There is going to be a dig day happening tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it, all right? Okay, so Fat Track is a local organization, and, you know, I got to get them on here one day to explain all the rules to me and how everything works. But basically, I know tomorrow they've decided to do like an educational dig day, which I'm excited for. We did a dig day not too long ago. By the way, yes, I will acknowledge the fact that I just interviewed myself. Thank you. Hopefully Brian caught that before he left. Yeah, they're doing a dig day tomorrow, and they've decided to do an educational day. I know Jay Bikesum's coming with me, and basically they're going to kind of go into more depth on like how to cut a trail in and things like that. And like that stuff's been fascinating me lately. Spokesman, what's up, Big Daddy? Good to see you, man. How's the knee healing up? I miss you, buddy. Get healthy. I'm gonna catch up on your comments in a second, guys. But yeah, because I had transitioned myself excellently into this next segment, so like I have to kind of finish it because otherwise it was all for naught. But yeah, Fat Track, and you guys can look on my IG. You can follow them. Fat Track. Their spelling's weird. Fat Rack, essentially. But yeah, they're gonna do a dig day. They're gonna do an educational dig day, and then we're gonna keep cutting in new trails. And they've got authorization to build a ton of trails out at the Salmon Falls area. So like, I'm super excited about that. Like I already shot a video for the first dig day that we did. That's the next one I have to edit, but I haven't edited it yet. That's next up. I was going to edit and then I decided to do a live stream with you guys. So I'm behind schedule. Please just bear with me. But yeah, it's going to be super dope. I'm excited and we're going to learn more about digging. You'll see, I got this drone shot of this trail we were digging. And it's basically, we cut in this whole section. There was two crews of like 20 people separated by quite a bit of distance. And we just met in between. And we built this really cool trail. I know Todd the Saw was out there. Unprofessional Kyle was out there. And it was a hell of a day. So I know that they're planning another trail work day on March 20th. And but tomorrow is going to be like an educational one. So they might still have space if anybody's around in the local area and they want to get involved. There you go. Yes, offline ride. So it's super interesting. I don't know if you guys locally kind of know who to get involved with to dig trails. I know some guys are digging stuff that's not necessarily legal trails, which sometimes turn out to be the craziest and best trails, but these are all fully sanctioned. And it was just fun to do it. I think it's a good workout. I think it's good to be outside. It's good, and it's a good opportunity to hang out. So like, not only is it a good opportunity to hang out, but you ended up hanging out with people that you never knew before. And you know me, You guys probably know me by now. I end up talking. And look, a lot of you guys are going to say that I spent the entire time filming and not working, which is not true. It's completely false. All right. Like I spent a good 20% of the time digging. All right. Which is like more than I can say for you guys because you weren't there. But when the video comes out, you'll see it's good. But anyways, the dig day tomorrow, if you guys know your local organizations you can get involved with, Fat Track's really organized. They've got a meetup group. You can sign up on their website. Spokesman, you're a maniac. Spokesman, you're a maniac. I'm going to drink to that, by the way. But yeah, you get out there. There's a bunch of other people. You get to talk with them. There was one guy in the last group that only moved to California recently, so we got to tell him about some local trails. We got to show him, some other stuff, and it's like those follow me on IG, things like that. And then all of a sudden, you got more people you can ride with. Mountain biker, I see you. I see you. Sorry, just shut up and shake that ass. I did. You missed the dance sequence at the very beginning. I'll give you another one later. Don't worry. But yeah, so the dig day was cool, and then you get this opportunity to meet people. So one of the things, okay, let's do a little deep dive real quick before people start jumping in here. One of the things that I found especially difficult when I first started mountain biking was like finding people to ride with and finding friends. Like at the time, I didn't know what the process was or how to do it. Like I didn't know anybody that rode, you know what I mean? So Charlie Hicks, you're a maniac. I should have lined up some sound effects here. Damn it. The Pacifica Trail video was in. Okay, hold on. Sorry. I'm going to put this on screen. I think I can put it on screen. There it is. Yeah. The Pacifica Trail video was kick-ass, lots of air. Now you're talking about getting into action in that action. When and how? Look, we talked about it earlier. My jumping ability is just like this much right here. So in the long term, I think that I will spend some time to learn how to jump. But I told you it's for selfish reasons. It's because I want to get filmed more and all that stuff. So it's just not you know what I like the most? And I've told you this before. I like the adventure rides more than anything. More than anything. Like I really want to do a backcountry bike packing trip. I really want to do like just stuff where it's just unusual and you see new things. So it's like, that's kind of like, that excites me more than anything else. And that's the best part about mountain biking is how many different types of, not types, but right, different ways to enjoy the same sport there are. It's so damn cool. It's so damn cool. Now I totally lost my frame of thought about, okay, so yeah. So Mr. Percussive, by the way, and I'm going to get back to my main point. Don't worry, I will. Trust me. Mr. Percussive, in that video, he's an absolute maniac. Not only was he shredding and doing all kinds of gnarly jumps and what he would call steezing it up, I think is the phrase, that he steezed it. He had to steeze. There's a section coming down Mile, if you guys watch that video, okay? When I switch from the drone footage back to first person, and Mr. Percussive coming down the waterfall section, I'm pretty sure, or at least a gnarly chunk section, he passes Bikesome, who, by the way, at this point is going slow to show me the lines. So don't get it mistaken that I was keeping up with him. He does this purposely, and he knows also he wants camera time, which is something Mr. Percussive hasn't quite mastered yet, is the camera time thing. Because he just zooms right past Bikesome and just starts bam down the hill, like he's way down there at this point. But you notice Bikesome has got a lot of camera time. You know what I mean? It's really the trick. Spokesman, good to see you, man. Woo! Oh man, yes, he is throwing it up like a strip club. I have not taken off any clothing yet, but I'm not saying that I won't. Okay, it's not off the table. If a man can shave a dick into his beard, a man can take a shirt off. That's all I'm saying. Whew. So, oh yeah, the app BKC is using. Yeah, so we're going to get back to it. Yeah, exactly right. So the idea of meeting people in the mountain biking game was so hard for the longest time. I would say at least 6 months. I just rode by myself. Like I didn't have anybody to talk to. Like, especially when it's like it's kind of a steep entry, right? Like when you talk about buying a bike, you're going to tell your friend, hey, I got into this new sport. It's super dope. You got to come check it out. Oh, cool. Can I just come with you? Like, oh yeah, well, you kind of have to spend like $6,000, right? I mean, there's cheaper bikes, but not only that, you're talking about gear, you're talking about everything else. I know you can rent a bike, you can go rent a bike, and I've done that with buddies before too. But it doesn't always commit them because you're still like, there's a steep price of entry, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. But If you love something enough, you'll find a way to make it work. And that brings me back to a question somebody asked earlier about my PS5 that I had in a box for a really long time back here. I had got a PlayStation 5 at launch, basically, but I just don't have time to play it. I'm editing and, I'm editing incredible videos for you guys, right? Wait, do I have to put quotes up? I don't want to put quotes up. But I had this thing sitting here for a month and a half. And so at some point I said, you know what? I would rather just sell it to my friend for what I paid for it and use it towards new camera gear, which is what I did. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I got this guy, which is the Sony A7. It's because I decided to commit and I sold things and I did things that I'm not proud of to be able to afford it. That's kind of how it works. So, if people really get into the sport, you guys see tons of shredders out there that just they find a way. I've seen guys with, they bought this used old, whatever it is, full suspension before, and they're just shredding. They're shredding. They'll still kick my ass on a trail. And so this reminds me also of a sub story when I used to have a Mustang. I had a 2012 5.0 Mustang, and there's a racetrack outside Sacramento. I'm spacing on the name of it, but they had track days. So you could go out there and you could go drive your car. And I was like, sweet, this thing's got 400 something horsepower. I'm going to just shred out there. But little did I know, I had no clue on how to actually race a damn vehicle. So there's this guy out there with a Mazda Miata absolutely smashing me. And it's not a real race, right? It's just you have to let people pass, mandatory pass. It's really about learning the rules of the road. And you could go and ride your vehicle as much as you wanted and not endanger people's lives, which is what I really dug. Yeah, Thunder Hill Raceway. Yep. And of course, this guy with a much less powerful vehicle is kicking my ass out there, just lapping me because he knows how to use it, right? You know how to. Okay, somebody's gonna make a sexual reference in chat. I know you debaucherous people, but you guys get the point, right? You don't need the best all the time, right? As long as you have something, you can learn to master that thing. I guess that's my point. Whew. All right, let me catch up on chat. Yes. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we all started on some sort of Walmart bike or something, right? Everybody had a hardtail. Everybody had whatever. But I mean, look at Mr. Percussive again. God damn it, Mr. Percussive. You should just be a guest on here. You're going to take over this whole thing. This guy is shredding in a gravel bike. I mean, there you go. So yeah, that's, in my opinion, I think there's a lot of stress put on parts and everything else, but you could give a kid a hardtail and 2 gears and he could out jump your ass. Except for riding dirty. Yeah, except for riding dirty. We know who you are. Yeah, we got it. And Captain who has volunteered to teach me how to jump. You guys got it right. Yeah. I mean, Miss Percussive's $200 gravel bike got him back in the dirt scene. You just need a tool, okay? And, you can see these guys that can fix their car with a screwdriver and a hammer, right? I'm just saying, don't get too caught up with, I need the best, the latest, and all that stuff, because they're selling stuff to you. I'm not saying it's not better. I'm not saying it's not better than the previous generation. I'm just saying you don't need it if you don't want it. Or if you got the money, you can get it. I mean, you could buy me, you could even buy me, one, like a e-bike. Yeah, that'd be cool. Spokesman, good to see you, bud. Yes, thank you for the 99 cents. He's dropping dollars like a damn, okay. Here's what I was going to say. He's dropping dollars like a whorehouse, but which made me think of, you guys follow Beta? They used to be, I guess, with Bike Magazine or something like that, and they've started a channel. They did a feature on Ely, Nevada, and I rode in Ely, Nevada when I drove to Colorado. I did the grand return to Colorado, and Ely, Nevada it's a small little town, and basically it's about 8 hours out of Sacramento, right? And so it's the perfect stopping point on the way to Colorado. And it turned out that they had trails. So when I took this road trip, I said, I got to stop somewhere that has trails so I could wake up in the morning, ride, and then hit the road, right? Take full advantage of my time before I meet up with the crashing dum-dum head, aka the crashing dad. And so they just did a video on Ely, Nevada. And there's a funny story about Ely, Nevada. The trails were pretty fun, but you could tell that they're committed to building more trails. And that's what their strong primary focus is. And you guys know this as mountain bikers, okay? I know you know this, and it's apparent if you invest in trail systems, people will come, right? It's very much like that Kevin Costner movie. You know what I mean? Like, if you build it, they will come. And that's exactly what happens, right? Like, you guys probably can relate. Like, you go to a place because they have trails. Like, you're okay. Let's do a family vacation, huh? Let's talk family vacations. Where do you think I'm going to go? Okay. Am I going to go somewhere that has really nice scenic views and no trails? No, I'm going to convince the wife that we're going to this place because it's beautiful. But in reality, I can ride in the morning and then spend time with them in the afternoon. You guys do that? Still, don't worry. My wife's not watching. She hears enough of me at home. You know what I mean? There's no way. There's no way she's watching. Okay, sorry. Whiskey break, boys. Whiskey break. That's just my thought. And I love towns that you could tell have the vision, right? There's some towns that don't want you to dig. You guys probably all know towns, local towns that are not excited about trails for some reason. I don't know. You guys tell me. Yeah, Dances with Wolves. No, I'm talking about Postman, the Postman, Husky and Hangry. You know that movie. Oh, yes, Waterworld, where he drinks his own pee. Jesus. Okay, we're going to have a shredder break for a second. You guys, ladies and gentlemen, Justin Nemi is now in the chat as well. We're talking about a guy who put on a damn show in my latest video. I assume you guys have seen the Pacifica video. If you have not, go watch it. You're going to see Mr. Percussive. You're going to see Justin Nemi put on a goddamn show for you. And I just stood around and filmed it. So if you guys haven't followed him and subscribed to these guys, like, do it, because we talk about the different types of mountain biking and the different fields of mountain biking. These guys are the opposite spectrum where they actually are good at riding a bike, where my specialty is more, you know, it's more this, you know, just dancing around like a monkey for you guys, and the camera's not focusing. Oh, there it is. Yeah. You guys know what I'm talking about. Justin Nemi is a maniac. Him and the East Bay Rippers. It's a whole different spectrum, man. It's so cool. And I love all the different types. I love it. I love that we talk about it, how many different versions of this sport there are, essentially, right? Like, how many ways there are to enjoy a bike. How many ways there are to enjoy a bike, right? There you go. Good, man. Good. Yeah. Heaters, go subscribe to Justin. Go subscribe to Mr. Progressive if you haven't. Like, Bike Some. You guys you better be subscribed to Bike Some. He's been in like every one of my videos for the last 2 months, it seems like. You know what I mean? And, you know, so it's really interesting. It's really interesting seeing, what people like. And again, not only do you like to ride different styles, but each person can enjoy a different type of riding. And, oh, Spokesman, good to see you, man. One bike, so many different rules. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're lucky enough to ride with BKXC, he's going to shred right past you. But on the topic of BKXC, we talk about a guy who is a master at being on camera. All right. Anytime you ride with him, trust me, and you guys, anybody in chat that's ridden with BKXC, if you've got a camera on your chest, or in Bike Some's case, right on his helmet right here, BKXC will be right in front of you. Okay, he'll find it. He has this gravitational pull. It's almost like the magnetic poles of the earth will essentially just draw him to the camera. And here's another thing you notice about somebody who is an expert in the YouTube game, they can project their voice, and they can project it backwards, because if you're in front of the camera and you're facing right, you're not going to hear nothing. If you're talking like this, you're not going to hear nothing. But if you can project your voice, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, you will be heard, and people will pay attention. Not unlike what you guys are doing to me right now. I know most of you guys tuned out quite a while ago, but you get the point. You get the point. Crashing Dad, good to... Uh-oh. Crashing Dad's in here. Good to see you guys. We'll sort this out tonight. Don't worry. We'll sort it out. Everything will be fine. Everything will be under control. Don't you guys worry about one thing. Here we are. We've got one hell of a crew on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Friday night. Jumping into the stream. Here we are. We're talking about mountain bike stuff. Can you believe it? Generally speaking, when you come on with me, it's just the topics could go all over the place. But one of the things we were talking about earlier is trail building and things like that. Another thing that we want to talk about later tonight is Sedona. Okay. And so we got a couple guys coming in shortly that are going to jump in and talk about it with us. But I know that with a Sedona Mountain Bike Festival, a place that I have never attended, by the way, never ridden, by the way, and it is on my list. And my understanding is the official Sedona Mountain Bike Fest will take place in November, correct? Is that correct? You guys tell me. I'm pretty sure it's November. It's on the list. I mean, I feel like I have to make it happen. I feel like everything's settling down enough that it can work. But there are some people that went out there on the official, the original date. And it looks like they had a hell of a time. I'm not going to lie. It looks like they had one hell of a time. Yes. All right. I'm catching up on chat. I'm catching up on you guys. All right. Stand by. Here we go. Riding Dirty's in. Bike Sum's in here. Crack. Oh, man. Crack is gnarly, dude. Like I said, if you guys haven't subscribed to Justin Nemi, go do it. Miss Percussive, Bike Sum. You know, one of the things I hear quite often that I think is interesting that people talk about is like, you know, there's only one type of... I don't know how I'm going to phrase this properly, right? I see all these different types of mountain bike YouTubers, and I like to watch what people are doing. Like, I like to cruise around. Boom, 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 boom. I'm hitting channels left and right. I like to see what people are doing. I like to see the different styles that are out there. And then I go find all kinds of random stuff, and I look at that too. I don't know. I'm all over the map. All right, October, is it? October. Man, I think I'm going to go. And my birthday is in November. There's a great excuse to actually plan a trip at that time because I could say it's a birthday trip. I mean, I think I'm going. I do want to plan a Moab trip this year as well. There's a couple things that I want to cross off the list, but then you realize, you guys look at the calendar already here. We're in March. We're midway through March already. When I think about stuff like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do this next year. I'm like, we're in next year and we're halfway through March already. What the hell is happening to our time? Good God, man. Good God. And there's so many places to go and so many things to see, right? I don't know how to do it. Anyways, what do you guys want to talk about in chat? We've got a couple more minutes before a couple people jump in here. One of the comments that I got on Instagram, and it was probably my favorite question when I put the feeler out there, basically to ask me things that we should talk about on the live stream. And I'm going to paraphrase. Actually, I'm not going to paraphrase. I'm going to just tell you exactly what the person said. He said, and this is from Charlie Reddington. He said, let's talk about how you are the best MTB YouTuber ever and how no one comes close in sheer riding skill. No, you get out of here. Actually, everyone in chat comes quite a bit further than me in terms of riding skill. Spokesman, throwing down dollar bills like a damn prostitution ring, which brings me back to Ely, Nevada. All right. You see how I bring it all together for you guys? Ely, Nevada. All right. Beta MTB, I think it's what they're called on their YouTube channel now, which was, you guys can correct me in here. Beta was, I guess, Biker Magazine or something like that. They were a bunch of people from there and they came over and made Beta. They just did a video on Ely, Nevada. Right. And there is one trail in Ely, Nevada, and it's called, you guys know the name of this trail? It's called the Whorehouse Downhill. Okay. I'm going to let that sink in for just a moment. It's called the Whorehouse Downhill. And guess where that goes? Take a wild guess where that goes. It goes right to the brothel? Would you call it a brothel? Because whorehouse just seems mean. You know, it just seems insensitive. I would call it a brothel. It sounds classier. There's a downhill trail that comes right to the brothel, like right there in town. And it's one of the oldest brothels in Nevada, from my understanding. It's the little things you know. And they didn't talk about it in the video at all. So I don't even think they went there. You know, this is the truth. I don't even think they went there, guys. Think about it for a second. Think about it. Yeah, I mean, that's the greatest happy ending to a ride ever. Yeah. It was a black diamond too, you know? Gets a little chunky out there. Oh, God, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, sorry. I put some visions in your guys' heads that didn't need to be there until a moment ago. And I'm letting them sink in. Yeah. No, we're digging tomorrow. I haven't even had that much to drink. We're digging, we're building trails tomorrow, and then we're going to go ride some stuff in Disneyland. According to Robert, aka Biker, we're going to go do some riding out there. It's going to be fun. Okay, I'm catching up on chat. Stand by. Yes. Good to see you guys. Yep. Yep. There we go. 80% digging. Yeah. I told you guys I got a video coming up where it's essentially a dig day with Fat Track. And I can assure you, I spent plenty of time digging, even though it will look like I just sat there and filmed everything the whole time. Trust me, a lot of work got done. Okay. A lot of work got done. And I learned how to use one of these, what do you call those things? Okay, look, I got a picture of them back here. What do you call those things again? I'm a damn fool. I don't know anything about bike parts, and that's where Paul the Puncher comes in, because he knows bike parts. Travel and Narrow Trail, good to see you, man. Woo! Heaters Adventures, Paul the Puncher's in here. Oh, man, we were talking about your live stream earlier. In fact, Cobra Kyle was celebrating 8,000 subscribers, and he was talking about doing a 100-mile ride tomorrow. And I said, is it going to be as punishing as Paul the Puncher's riding 100, whatever, I don't know, kilometers versus miles. You guys get the point. In snow gear. If you guys didn't see this absolute maniac doing a charity ride in snow gear on a trainer, you guys missed out. Full face helmet and everything. Pure entertainment. Pure entertainment. Not nearly as much drinking as I had to do, Paul, on the first live stream that I ever did. Thankfully, because I do have a lot of digging and riding to do tomorrow, but there you go. Team Slow and Awkward is in here. The 1 kilometers was cruising. Yes, he was in perfect shape. His Lycra was non-revealing the whole time. I can assure you, I went back and reviewed the footage. Like, I reviewed it closely, and I can assure you, not one peep from little Paul. Sorry, guys. Degrades real quickly. I'm really hoping that there's a couple people that are going to jump in here shortly, and that's their cue. Anyways, yes, let's catch up on chat. Yes. Good to see you guys. Spokesman, thanks again. But he said he's currently got the live stream on mute, so he's just throwing dollar bills at me randomly, which is awesome. Which is awesome. I know Rad Dad is a big trainer guy. I have not worked up to the trainer yet. I can't. I'm not against it. I just okay, so let me give you a backstory on, we've got some incredible trails along the Sacramento River here in Sacramento, the American River Bike Trail. And essentially, Paul, thank you, man. Yes, thank you, Paul. Woo! The man with the Sky Dio in the tree. Appreciate you, buddy. I really do. We've got these American River bike trails, and they're beautiful, like right along the river. I love it. I love getting outside. It's blue skies. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you guys can relate. Like, there's something special that happens when you get outside. It's not like you need to be even doing anything per se. Like, although we're all pretty active people, once you get outside, there's something that happens. The sun hits you, the breeze hits you, you feel better. Like, I could tell most people that feel like they got the COVID, not the COVID, but you know how they're just stuck indoors and I'm like, just go on a walk, get outside. So anyways, these bike trails are great. Like, and it's accessible from my house. I could jump on the bike trail, I can ride, but like, man, I did a 20-mile something the other day and I was just falling asleep at the wheel. Like, it was just non-engaging to the core. But I do like the trails. They're such a great resource for Sacramento. Yes, and Spokesman, I am drinking for you too, buddy. Man, so I bring this back to the idea of a trainer ride. If I can't handle an outdoor ride like that, how am I going to handle a trainer? Good God, man. One of these days, I'll tell you what, Rad Dad, one of these days you and I are going to hook up. And I'll even wear your spandex if I have to. And you get me on the trainer and let's ride. I'm going to do it one of these days. Honestly, it would be huge in terms of physical fitness. I find that the hardest thing for me is time management. Road bike or gravel bike. Time management throughout the course of the week. Like, I'm super jealous of like Bike Some who can ride every day. There's circumstances that lead to that, of course. But like sometimes, like for example, I wasn't able to ride for damn near like 3 weeks recently because we did the Pacifica ride. Then I had a week where I was doing something and I had family stuff the following weekend. And then basically I had to travel to Seattle for work. And I was out there. We were working 12-hour days and there was no time to ride. It was night by the time we got out of work and stuff like that. So it was just like, whatever. You come back. It's like, all right, let's make sure I spend some time with the family. And then it's not like I feel like, oh, it feels spending time with the family. It was just like, man, I got to see the kids and the wife and kids and everything, you know? So we did a bunch of adventures. I take them out fishing. We do all kinds of stuff, but I didn't ride. And so I finally got out on a good ride the other day. It was just like, man, sometimes like when I came back from Colorado, I was in prime physical condition, That was the best shape on a bike that I've ever been in. And I got lucky because when we went out to Colorado, I left early. I left California and I road tripped. So basically I rode Reno the same day I left. Then I stopped in Ely, rode in Ely, Nevada, then Colorado Springs, then Fruita, and then you guys can go look it up. I rode a bunch of cities all the way up to the Crested Butte Chasing Epic trip. So I had acclimated to the altitude and done some gnarly like stuff and just like ridden hard every day. And I came back and I was a whole different rider. I remember we went and rode Rockville shortly after that. And I had never ridden like that before. It was awesome. And then, you know, the physical fitness slowly degrades. So if you guys see me on the trail, go easy on me. All right. And I get flat tires all the time. Brian Gong knows. He was there to witness it. I've got a damn curse on my head where I get flat tires constantly. And it's unbelievable. And Brian, I've still got the tube in my back tire. I haven't had a chance to put it tubeless again. I'm riding with a tube, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't be mad at me. I am riding with a tube. In the rear tire. Is that embarrassing? Maybe, okay, you guys in chat. This is the opportunity because this is a question I had going through my head as I had yet another flat the other day. What is the advantage of running tubeless versus a tube? It seems like the same amount of hassle when you have to change it to me. Like every time I get a puncture, it's game over. Like it doesn't seal. Do you guys have a different experience than I do? Oh, look at Savan. What's up, man? Good to see you, dude. You guys tell me, is there a difference? Because, oh God, that sounds inappropriate, right? A tube in my rear. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. But more grip, lower pressure. But when you guys have punctures, like, is it sealing? I feel like every time I get a puncture, it sounds like this. Okay, you ready? It goes like this. Right? Is that what it does? I was running, I think it was Stan's sealant. But Paul, if you got a recommendation, I will buy it right now. Because I've got to get probably a new tire. I don't think I'm going to patch that thing. It got punctured pretty hard. And the dissector just seems to be the cursed tire of Maxxis. This thing. I'm telling you, man, I don't have a lot of luck with it. I don't know. You guys tell me. Orange seal. I'm waiting for Paul. Paul is my expert. I trust everything he does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an important moment that's about to happen within this show. I'm about to bring on a guy who he is proof that the term "all that glitters is gold" is not true. Okay, but he is also an incredibly good-looking and talented YouTuber. I told you guys it was time, and what I want to do now is we're going to talk a little bit about Sedona. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Wait a minute. No, I need you here. Yes!
There we go. You know, a wise man once said that all that glitters is gold. You know, Joe, hey now, you're a rock star. Put your game on, go play.
Dude. Good to see you, man. Your haircut's looking fresh. Very unlike the crashing dad who is still giving himself a haircut.
You know, I do have a hat here just in case, so I could get a little Yeti action in here. Just because today we determined that the crashing dad, he flies everywhere on his Lear jet across the state of Colorado, and he actually does own a Yeti. The bike of dentists, lawyers, and doctors.
And mustachioed men. Look at this thing. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm riding a Yeti. God damn it. You know what the funny thing is? I ride a Yeti not because I have brand loyalty to Yeti, because like I got a Yeti. Like that's all I got. This is a little story. I was like, that seemed like a cool bike.
and that's exactly it. And you know, only shooting stars break the mold, according to BKXC. That's it. And BKXC is a gold star winner. A gold star winner. He didn't earn this just by chance. He earned this by shredding the gnar inside and out.
A shred stravaganza, if you will.
You know, it's just you shred so hard. Like Brian might be the professor of Shred So Hard University.
Yes, he might be. If you were to consider him, if you were to have a pilot training school, he might be the flight instructor of the Shredapalooza flight instructor school.
And that's exactly it. I mean, and you know, we have this beef on the internet between the Crashing Dad and BKXC. It's a beef so large it could oftentimes be considered even a steer. But in this world war of the World Wide Web, we all know who the clear winner is. It's Switzerland. I am the winner because I'm like the Switzerland of this internet beef, where I haven't picked a side. Extremely neutral.
I'm going to be completely clear about the side that I'm picking right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, you can't water down the whiskey, man. That's just wrong.
I'm back. All right. So RC, good to see you, buddy. I know your time is sometimes limited, but I'm glad to have you on board. We haven't talked in a little while. I mean, we chat here and there, but so we talked a little bit earlier about Sedona. I know that the official Sedona Mountain Bike Fest was canceled, and it's for obvious reasons, right? But you have natural immunity to that thing, by the way.
That's true.
But
Joe, this kind of reminds me of that one time where we had virtual close contact, where you would have contracted the virus. The last time I actually had a YouTube live stream, which I was like, well, I have COVID and I'm bored. I have nothing else better to do than to inoculate the Calirado kid over the interweb. And it did happen. By the way, this part of the show is sponsored by the Calirado Kid. And I just throw a quick and shameless plug for my merch over here. I don't have like sweet bottle openers or Outdoor Gold t-shirts, but I do have Outdoor Gold cigar holders that perfectly fit your favorite cigar in place. So currently it's a prototype. This is the only one that I have, the only one I've ever seen. But back to the main portion of the channel. We're getting into the Crashing Dad. We're calling the Crashing. You know what our new name for the Crashing Dad is?
Yeah.
Our new name,
other than the crashing dum-dum head?
We're calling him the Calirado This is real.
Kelsey, thank you for the $4.99, by the way. Kelsey, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for jumping into this totally random and excellent live stream. Yes. All right. So here we're gonna get back on topic. Here's what's happening.
Sorry. We have a message from our sponsors.
Yes. By the way, do you actually make those cigar holders? Because I want 10 of them.
No, I actually did get the cigar holder from the individual that gave you the super chat. So that, you know, sometimes great merch is brought to you by great people. And
we need more.
And shameless plug there.
We need more. All right.
Always more merch.
Here's the story. All right. So Sedona Mountain Bike Fest was officially canceled. All right. Obvious. But what we discovered is there were some brave individuals that had decided to attend nonetheless. And it wasn't a ton of people. It was like a great core group of people. And it looked like an absolute blast. So I wanted to bring you in to talk about, get a status report from Sedona. Like, I want to know what happened. I want to know how the trails were. How was the weather? Like, I want to know what your thoughts were. I want to know, like, how your mom decided to move from Minnesota to Minnetonka. I want to know, like, how the SpaceX program was designed by Elon Musk. I want to know all that stuff, RC.
You know, in the event of an explosion of a rocket, Sedona was just as hot as it was fierce. And we went out there with a crew from Sacramento, some of our favorite riders out there, like Biker. I think we know him. Do you remember Biker, Joe?
I was gonna have Robert on tonight, okay? But he's not watching now, so it's fine. I can say what I was. Here was my intro for him. You ready? You want to hear it before we continue on?
Well, the intro was spectacular to begin with, by the way.
Thank you. My intro for Robert was going to be, all right, here's what it was going to be. I was going to say, and ladies and gentlemen, now we have a man coming on that has lost more weight than you could imagine. He could literally go through the airport checkpoint with a small child in his backpack and get away with it. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Biker.
And that was it.
Yeah,
and it's not here. Oh, that is so sad.
Yeah, he's chilling with his lady. All right. Well, you guys can all give him shit later.
And you know what? I mean, if you've seen Biker before, sorry, I had to put the glasses on just because this is a Calirado Kid live stream. And also, we are talking about Biker right now. And if you've seen Biker before and you see Biker now, these are two totally different dudes. I like that. It's just like the cigar plus this is real right now. This is real. He is like almost unrecognizable, but he's still got that very distinct voice. So that you would hear on the Biker bar. So
I kid you not. Okay. So we got to Folsom Lake quite a bit. In fact, there was a day when I drove the family out. We went out to Folsom Lake. I had the fishing poles in the back of the truck. And we were just cruising around, and I go by the beach area just to scout out parking and stuff like that. And I see a truck. I know it's the F-150, and I'm like, I think that's Robert. Like, but I drive by him, and I literally am about to crash into another car. Because I'm like, I don't know if that's Robert or not. Like, and then I finally park, and I was like, holy crap, dude! Like, and we had ridden together. Like, maybe we did the Trailhead Troopers video, and that was like 3 weeks ago. At the time of filming, and I was like, man, I almost didn't recognize him. I didn't recognize him. And I told him that. I was like, that's absolutely nuts, man. It's crazy.
And you know, I mean, he really is a modern day Marvel. That really is it. He's modern day Marvel, and that's Biker for you. But anyway, Sedona was good. It was weird this year. It was different. And I think like every time I go to Sedona Mountain Bike Festival, I'm like, it's about hanging out with the people. It's about meeting the people, hanging out with them. I met BKXC at Sedona years ago. I met Jeff Lenoski. I met Biker actually at the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival.
Oh wow, really?
So many other people out there, and so that's kind of what it's all about is the people. And then you go and you ride the trails, some of the greatest trails that you can ride in the United States. And this year was just different. It was actually I mean, I'm going to say this kind of like with a shameless. I don't know how to explain it, but like the trail riding was great because it wasn't crowded. Yeah, like the mall traffic was fairly light, but at the same time, it was kind of sad that we just couldn't all get together and hang out and try to wreck over things. I considered also having, and this is for Paul. Like the goat camp out or something like that at the goat camp trail that it's well documented that it kicked my butt in so many ways. And we're not talking about pork butt or smoking meat or anything, but goat camp, it kicked my butt. And that didn't happen this year. It's kind of sad. I mean, I'm looking in your chat right now and people are like they're into the goat camp.
Did you clear it super easy? I don't know anything about Sedona, so like you got to explain goat camp to me.
Okay, goat camp is actually in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
It's in West Phoenix, and it was the foundation of a mountain of excuses that I made not to ride certain features.
Yeah,
and I used it frequently, almost daily, for the entirety of 2020 because it should be named the 2020 Trail. It is so gnarly. It's soul breaking.
Wait, so it's okay. So the only part I've ridden in Phoenix is South Mountain, and I rode National Trail. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I've ever ridden. I got my ass completely handed to me, and it was I made the video out there early on in my YouTube career, and I had BKXC as a cameo, which I don't think anybody ever picked up on because nobody ever commented. He was the talking cactus in the video. But was that the guy that also said? Does that guy have a dick in his beard in the infamous dick beard video? Which I have to say, Joe, you take the dick beard video and pretty much that
need and starvation for attention led us to this incredible mountain biking mustache.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's once it happened, it just started forming around me, and all of a sudden, like then you know what I did? Like when as soon as I got home, I ordered these, and then it just completes the image. I mean, you can't really even. Nobody in chat could argue with the fact that it's fucking gorgeous. You know.
I laugh because it's true, and it's funny because it's true.
Yeah,
hence funny.
The journeys we go on. Yeah, somebody called me a creeper. I was like, look, the restraining orders will expire in about a week. Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's under control.
Everything's under control. Yeah. So, okay. So Sedona, like you have to describe Sedona. Like I want to go in November. I have to go in November. Okay. So the official events in November, are you going? I assume so. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I have, that's like an option. I also have the great Sacramento vacation that I want to pull off this year. So it's questionable as to whether I can pull it off or not. While also being able to pull off the great Sacramento vacation. Cause I hear that the riding in Sacramento is great. Actually, I don't think I have any intention of riding in Sacramento. I intend to ride with the great people of Rio Linda, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
well, here's the game plan. If you come out here, obviously you got a lot of people that you can ride with. We're gonna make sure that BKXC's ass is around. I'm not gonna let him travel like a dum-dum. He's gonna quit driving his stupid RV around or whatever the hell he's driving. He's gonna come hang out with RC. We're gonna take you to Rockville. Okay, he's gonna show you around because he knows what he's doing. We got to go to Downeyville. We got to go. There's Tahoe. We got the endless trails in Tahoe. Bikers gonna show us. We got all kinds of stuff. But yeah, Sacramento itself, no. But yeah,
no, I know. But it's just part of the great. It's part of the great 2021.
Man, we got fishing poles, we got fishing kayaks, we're just gonna adventure. Like that's all it is. That's all there is to it.
Exactly, and that's the plan. We shred hard when we're around the professor of Shred So Hard University.
Yes, 100%.
So anyway, go back to Sedona. If you haven't ridden there, right?
No, never once, not once.
Okay, so Sedona is kind of it's an interesting place. It's a lot like Moab, but I'd say all the features are generally for like a standard trail steeper, and every bit of a double black diamond, but everything is rideable. The other thing is like you have braking for days, which I mean, I don't know about you, but like I felt like I was pretty good at using my brakes until I met Paul the punter. Paul, and I don't say this because like slow is fast in Sedona, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Slow like when I see the rocks, like are they like, I know there's a trail called Slick Rock, right? But like are the rocks actually pretty just like, I mean, you could slide through them, or is it like you still get a pretty good amount of grip?
Oh, you can, like if you can maintain rolling traction, you're going to have good grip. And
okay.
Like you could take that to Hangover with you if you want, or even the White Line. As long as you have side knobs and plenty of front brake left in the pads, you'll be just fine. But have you ever ridden with Mountain Biking Adventures, MTB Adventures, Aaron?
Dude, it's funny because I've run into him several times. In fact, I did this mighty ride in Downeyville, and he was riding with Biker at the time. And there was another time where I came down in Nevada City at the very bottom of the trail, and I was riding with this guy named Trail Dad, another local YouTuber, and a couple other people. I was showing him and his buddies around Nevada City, and Aaron was down there. So we ended up talking with him for a little bit. He helps manage the Elk Grove Bike Park, which is not far from me. But for whatever the hell reason, I've never ridden with him directly. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Well, I mean, it's well documented on the internet that between him and Brian, that they like to go on these long, classic NorCal.
Oh yeah,
sufferfests.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Like, I mean, for miles and miles and miles of suffering.
Yeah,
I think that would drive most of us to the point of insanity or death, probably 20 miles in.
Here's my thought on that, though. Not if you have a collapsible fishing pole and you're riding to a remote lake or pond.
That changes everything, though.
Right?
That changes everything. And like at that point, you start questioning, is like, is it worth buying an e-bike?
Yes, it is. No, we need companies to sponsor us, RC.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm just throwing out all the hooks in the water for
Yeah.
Paul the punter here, because I mean, between e-bikes and braking and riding slow, that is Paul's MO. And I mean slow as in he's riding slow as in fast, and he's riding stuff. So
Yeah.
So there we go. So I mean,
Paul's got a cameraman.
But
he can't ride fast. He's got some guy filming him all the time. He's got to stop and be like, "Hey, get over here." Sorry. All right. Let's get back on track. Sorry.
Okay. And an RC take Joe over Hangover. I took Aaron over Hangover, and some of the lines that we had in there, I mean, he was pretty sketched out for the most part, but rode all of them. Whereas Paul the punter put up an absolute clinic last time I rode Hangover with him. So kudos to Paul. He put me in my proverbial place in the mountain biking community.
I want to be completely clear about the fact that I was completely convinced that Paul would have left by now this terrible stream that I'm putting on, but he's still here. So my terrible impression, he heard my terrible impression. I apologize in advance, Paul. Just I want to clear the air. All right, we'll keep rolling. So the Hangover is a trail that I know that people talk about as like, whew, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
oh, yeah.
Is it that gnarly? Is it like just, okay. So when you guys took me around in Grand Junction, how much crazier is it than that? Like what was the cathedral, or what was it called?
The cathedral drop. So
yeah,
here's the thing with the cathedral drop. I mean, like in riding in general, like the lunge loops and stuff, it's just a different beast. It really is. Sedona is totally unique, even to most anything that I've ridden in Moab that wasn't like a free ride area in Moab. It's just these features, like you take Hangover or Highline, it's just like you got these steep features where, like, unless you're insane and you never use brakes and you just have master control at high speed, or you can just jump over everything to the tune of 12 feet or 20 feet, you're going to be just fine. And of course, we did take Joe with trail features out to Hangover too, without telling him that.
How did he do?
He did fine. I just relived that the other day on Paul's channel, and it sounds like Paul's paying me, but he's not. It's Paul.
Yeah, we love Paul.
We love Paul around here. But anyway, so like if you were to ride Hangover, like there's some pucker factor there. I mean, you're biting down on the teeth. I mean, your cheeks are puckered down. I mean, it's real. It's real, and everything kind of has like some sort of consequence to some extent. But just if you maintain good control on the bike, good technique, you're going to do just fine. And Hangover is like a good example of that, where it's like if you maintain technique, you know where you're going, and it helps so much to have somebody tow you in. Because if I didn't have people to tow me into things on Hangover, I probably wouldn't have ridden it at all. Like, and you were kind of talking about that earlier on the live stream, where you're like, oh, you were riding bikes for a certain amount of time or whatever, and it took you a minute to get into the mountain bike community, and you could probably attest that riding with other people either gets you in the hospital through peer pressure, or you're going to start riding some features and actually progressing in mountain biking, and I think that's definitely the case even in Sedona.
Man, I gotta say, like, yeah, when you start riding with other people, your skills increase exponentially. Like, essentially, like, you've got that one guy who's just so much better than you. And there's several times, even with the local guys, MTB NorCal, a great group here. They're organizing an event coming up, and I'm gonna do a live stream to talk about that probably next month. But
that looks like a great group of guys right there.
Yeah, they're super chill. Like, it's funny because I was talking to somebody the other day. They're like, oh, I kind of thought they were broy, and then you ride with them, and they're just like as cool as can be. They're like the quintessential mountain biker that I come to expect. Like, there's different groups of mountain bikers. Like, I'm not going to point out like people in Santa Cruz or whatever, but you have those like surfer bro, like, we built the trails, don't come here, kook, you know? And then you have the people that are like, let's ride, man. The more people, the better. Let's this is such a great community. And that's what those guys are, man. It's just such a great community. So yeah, I mean, when I went and rode with them, all of a sudden, like, I don't even look at the feature. Like, normally if I was riding solo, I'd be like, this looks a little dicey. Let me get out. Let me look at next time I'll get this. But when you're following somebody good and you're hauling ass down the trail, and all of a sudden, bam, they hit it. You just follow them. It's like, oh, that was easy. I don't know what happens. What's the mental game that, like, there's probably some psychologist in chat that could tell us like what it is specifically. But yeah, all of a sudden, like, that thing's not an issue. Like, you just follow them right through. Boom.
And I think I kind of suffered that on the white line because I keep riding up to it, and it's just like, your life flashes before you, and it's like, it's not really fear that's holding me back. Is it rational thought that's holding me back?
Yeah.
Or is it natural conditions or various other things? Real quick, since it is a Calirado Kid live stream, we do have a question out here. What's a cigar? And it is the Man of War Ruination. Probably one of my favorites out there. Not the best cigar in the world. Not the best. But it is classy. And we do classy on the Calirado Kid.
I would like to bring up a great point, by the way. Today is Vince's birthday. Yeah. And I said happy birthday earlier, Vince, but you weren't quite here yet. I know I started a little early, but I want to say happy birthday to you, buddy. Yes, he's got a stogie. I should have filled my pipe, but I am sitting here like a gentleman, like the gentleman that I am. And tonight I am drinking E.H. Taylor small batch, okay, which is excellent. Everything in E.H. Taylor's line is fantastic. RC, when you come down, I get a wealth of whiskey at your disposal, all right? Anything you want.
Wow, I mean, and that seems like an offer that I can't refuse. Paul's telling me to stop riding the white line. And I'd say that was good advice, but I was riding with Shane today, and if you don't know who Shane is, that's of course the crashing dad. Or
where's the crashing stupid head? Anyways,
the crashing dum. Anyway, I did ride the white line today with Shane. We were on the road. It was paved. It was a very controlled situation. It was on the right side in America, of course. I did not do the rock roll, Paul. But again, I heard the voice of Paul in the back of my head just saying, "Don't do it. Go back, ride hogs."
Wait, how gnarly is white line? I've seen the videos, and like the videos make a little pee come out. Like, is it even more like biotract? Wait, what is? I'm trying to think of like urethra tract inducing. No, it's not like. All right, that's not a good term. But is it as frightening in person as you would expect?
Okay, so my opinion on the white line is it's kind of like a combination of both, and it's hard for me to like really give a fair analysis because I haven't exactly made that infamous turn at the end. As far as like the side knob and cliff traverse, I think it's pretty easy. You just keep on working your way through it, and you're not going to have many problems. As far as making the turn, the consequences are reasonably high. I don't, as Josh with Daily Mountain Bike Rider likes to say, he's like, it's not that hard. And I think he's right. It just comes down to technique and the condition of your bike, as well as a couple other things where I think like in wind being a big one, because it just suffers from wind slope alignment, and it just likes to blow even when it's not all that windy there. So there's a GoPro effect there. It makes it look worse than it actually is in person. But like when you're on it, like yourself, so to speak, it's not as steep as it looks versus like where, I mean, the GoPro makes everything look flat. It gives that fisheye, which I've used that fisheye to my advantage like several times throughout my life. Not necessarily with mountain biking YouTube, but with fishing pictures and stuff that I pull off my GoPro and make my fish look exceptionally.
You got to hold it close to the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a mug. Here's a fishing mug. It's it's the difference. Like if you guys have never gone fishing, by the way, if you're gonna take a picture when you go fishing, it's like, okay, no, you don't hold your fish right here. You hold it right here, so everybody thinks you caught a fucking 10-pound trout. When in actuality, you got a little 1.5 pounds.
and that's the truth. So you also you try to hold your fingers like really close, so like people can't really gain any sense of scale on it.
Oh yeah.
And the worst case scenario is that's when you pre-plan exactly like that. You pre-plan buying like an action figure or something, and if it's small enough, you can put the fish on the hands of the action figure, and now it looks like you were deep sea fishing.
Yep.
Off the coast of like Louisiana or something. So there's always a strategy. There's always a way around the impossible, if you will.
Oh no, we got. By the way, as chat sits here, and Paul, by the way, I appreciate you. Are you going to Sedona, Paul? Let us know in chat, because in November,
Paul better go to Sedona.
I think I'm planning on it. We've got somebody behind the scenes that is probably, I mean, it's not even an argument, one of the best mountain bike YouTubers in the game.
In the industry?
Yeah, in the game, in the industry, a wealth of talent, and nobody can argue with that. We're talking about some people here that you guys are going to be impressed. I'm telling you, the people that stuck around, which sometimes I can't believe people actually listen to me talk. You're gonna be really excited about this. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I give you.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say? Come on. I'm the crashing dad. No, I'm the crashing dad. No, I'm the crashing dad. No, I'm the crashing dad. I'm the crashing dad. I'm the crashing dad. Okay, let's stop now.
Okay, get out of here.
I was just going to say that. I was like, those kids look familiar. They're not mine.
Take your paychecks and go.
Fake facial hair.
I know, right? You want to know what? It was 100% their idea. They were like, let's drop beards, put on hats.
Oh, I love it. I love it 100%. My kid's always got crazy ideas. He's like, you know what you should do for your, he doesn't know what a thumbnail is, but he's like, you should put like smiley emojis and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not Mr. Beast. All right.
Oh man, that is hilarious. They
It's
keep
like-
trying to.
I just have to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Calirado Kid, the Holly-Rado Kid, straight out of Beverly Hills.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's see here. I gotta change that name. I don't know how to do this. RC, long time no see.
You know, Shane, it's been so long.
It's been.
I heard you guys rode the white line today.
We did.
We did. You know, it was actually, I would say that white line was more dangerous than the white line in Sedona.
I would agree, actually.
We had cars and trucks flipping us off and trying to get as close as they could get. And
I'm not
They were
even a
trying to
roadie, man. I'm not even a roadie. I wasn't wearing no spandex. I wasn't aerodynamic.
You guys saw my IG story talking about road bikers. DeGonger was recording me, and I was telling him how dangerous road bikers are. These sons of bitches riding the road, you got to swerve around them in mountain corners and almost get in an accident. Quit being selfish, all right? Take the Lycra off. Wear some shorts like a normal person. Sorry,
You know,
my prejudices are coming out.
I don't know what sort of life experiences some individuals have to encounter through their lives to ever choose to become a roadie.
I know. Right.
It's kind of sad.
I feel like I kind of want to talk about Shane's. Didn't you race? But we're not going to. But like anyways.
Don't worry about it.
No, we're
I put
way
on
past that
spandex.
now.
Yeah, I used to wear spandex. I used to not have any upper body strength whatsoever. I was all legs.
But
By the way, your legs.
question
By
is-
the no, RC, hold on. You guys, you know this as well as I do. This son of a bitch posted a picture of him in heels, and I've never seen legs so ripped. Did you watch that video? Good God!
I think there's if we were to test the crashing dad right now, we would definitely notice one particular thing, that we had the crashing dad before the performance enhancing substances that are in chip drink.
Chip drink. They are in chip drink.
They
You
are in
nailed
chip
it.
drink.
Yeah, it all goes straight to your legs though. It gives you a beer. It gives you a beer belly though. Beer belly, but you got ripped ass legs.
So we're talking a little bit about Sedona, by the way, Shane. I want your best Sedona memory because you guys were both out there last year, and I've never been out there. I need to live vicariously through you guys, and then we're gonna talk about whether or not you're going in November.
Well, RC kind of mentioned trail features. Did you talk about trail features experience on the trail?
Ooh, I gotta
Well-
know. He's in here.
We tricked him.
we did.
We tricked him.
We
That's a
We
start to a
tricked him.
great story and a restraining order.
Yeah, I don't know how upset he was. He might have been a little bit upset because he put his bike together or did his own work or something. His crank fell off like mid-ride. That's why he said Hangover, a great place to take
Hangover,
your
yeah.
bike for a walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he ended up walking it. Oh man, I feel
Yeah.
so bad. The thing is, you probably would have fallen off on any trail we took you on.
Suck on that while the greatest storm in Denver history comes after you, Joseph.
Oh, like 2 feet is coming tonight, right?
Wait, are you guys are getting hit too? I assume, yeah.
No, we're
It's
not.
cold.
Okay.
No,
Suckers.
we have a totally different weather pattern than what Denver has, and it's a lot drier. And I mean, if we got 2 feet of snow, I mean, it would be an apocalypse over here.
Yeah. The continental divide keeps us safe.
Yeah, we're.
I mean,
You don't know.
I know. I remember. I lived in Denver, so it was interesting because you would have different storm fronts. Basically, if it was coming from the east, you were screwed. But if it was coming from the west, it was like light, puffy snow, right? It was the totally different types of storms. It was like I totally get it. So, all right, we're talking trail features. We're talking Hangover. Hangover's gnarly enough. Okay, so I was talking to RC earlier. Is Hangover worse than the stuff you guys took me on in Colorado Springs, like Cascade?
We took you to Colorado Springs?
No. Sorry, not Cascade. I was thinking of a different trail. What was the stuff you took me in Colorado Springs? What was the name of that one? Like where it was just the cathedral?
Oh, you're
Like,
talking
is
in
it-
Grand Junction.
Yep.
Yeah. Is it
Colorado
gnarlier than
Springs is
that?
Like 6 hours away, dude.
This is the stuff that's all right. I'm gonna just take a drink then. Spokesman, thank you, buddy.
Exactly. The Calirado Kid drinking game has officially begun.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. I count on you guys to interpret what I talk about.
I don't know. RC already said it's different.
Okay.
Is it harder? Is Sedona harder than Grand Junction? I
would say it's a different, like, based on kind of what I was writing with Aaron with Mountain Bike Adventures. I would say that, I mean, these were all things that were within his NorCal wheelhouse. Whereas some of the other stuff that we have in Junction are just kind of foreign to a lot of people from across the country because it's natural features with high consequences. Yeah.
Sure.
But not like necessarily like falling off a cliff or anything.
It's like you fall 5 feet down to spiky rocks that want to get you.
Yeah, exactly. It's got broken collarbones written all over it. Whereas like Sedona, it's like it doesn't have broken collarbones written all over it necessarily. Like if you're in control.
By the way, Duck Saws, Matthew Duck just came in with a $4.99 donation. I have a story about the Continental Divide. By the way, he's Duck Saws on YouTube. We took a legendary trip to Oakland we took Amtrak, the train, with our mountain bikes into Oakland, rode through downtown Oakland, up to Joaquin Miller Park, back down. Epic journey. This is my adventure guy, by the way. Anyways, Thanks for jumping in, Matt. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. Yes, so November, Sedona. Like, are we going? It seems like things are pretty settled, right? Like, they're getting close. They're getting close.
100% going to be there.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
I think I'm 100% too.
100%. That's like, that's a Denver 100%, not a Grand Junction 100%.
Yeah. I got my first jab today, as Paul would call it.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm getting my next one April 1st, April 2nd, and then I'll be wandering around just like sneezing on people. My bodily fluids everywhere, front and back.
Shane and his non-super spreader event. Go ahead, Joe.
MTV Rad Dad, thank you, dude. I appreciate you, man. First of all, I appreciate being here, and I also appreciate the donation. So we're talking about November. I'm going to be there for sure. Like, I've never been there. I think about like the core concepts of what makes mountain biking in the mountain biking community, and that seems like to check all the boxes. It's like, let's go hang and let's go ride. It's like the best parts of what makes this sport. And like, it's the best part of what we do. Like, we have to be a little bit into ourselves to be able to do what we do in terms of making videos and stuff like that. But especially me, but like, there has to be something else like, man, let's all go just like ride and have this like event celebrating the thing that we love. And like, no matter what you do, that's exciting. Like, okay, let me give you a little backstory into this. I lived in LA for several years. And I've always been into video games. Now I don't have a lot of time for them, but at the time I always wanted to go to E3. E3 was like the gaming convention that existed. It was like, dude, all video games happen at E3. And so eventually I was able to get a media pass because I worked for radio stations in LA, and they're like, yeah, we'll just give you a media pass. Sure. And I went, and it was like it was like one of those moments where you're like, oh, this is so cool, right? You're living that dream of like being involved in that industry you like so much. And now, like, to me, it seems like the vibe I get from you guys and from everybody else is like Sedona Mountain Bike Fest is that, right? It's like that event summarizes that sport we love.
Well, you know what? I would say that we made it that when we started the trend for everyone to go there with daily vlogs, Instagram stories, and posts all over. We were influencing, and we influenced it to the point where it's legendary.
And it reminds me of the one time that they called Joe Dickbeard at the Sedona Mountain Bike Festival.
Yeah.
Oh, did they? What?
I saw that in a video once.
Oh man, that was great. I remember I sent Shane that skit, and I was like, "All right, here's the script. Like, can you read this?" He was in a hotel room, and wherever I was in a hotel room or whatever, and we filmed that all. Like, all right, if you guys haven't, I assume everybody in chat's seen the Dickbeard video and his song and all. Like, we're getting distracted, but the point is, like, I assume you guys have seen all that stuff, so we're referencing it now. We filmed that in separate hotel rooms across the country. I sent him a text like, "Here's the script. Here's all this stuff." This crazy stuff.
Watch
man.
this scene in The Dark Knight. Copy it exactly.
Yeah, I have to wonder how many people watched that video and didn't understand that scene. Like now, if they were to go watch the Dark Knight Two-Face reveal scene, they'd be like, "Oh, well, that fucking makes sense. That's a great parody." Instead, they're like, "This is really crappily shot in a hotel room." Obviously, like it's a damn it. You have to understand the reference points.
Yes, exactly.
And of course, like, okay, I mean, I want going back on track slightly.
Yeah,
I feel like prior to all of us actually going to Sedona to ride, we have to commit to the goat camp out, camp out, where we all just burn ourselves out in celebratory fashion on one of the hardest trails in Phoenix. Like day one, and then go to Sedona and just be totally ruined for the rest of the trip. That's the real experience.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's I feel like I could do it. Calling
okay,
you out.
We're not talking about you, Shane.
R1 Vince.
Vince, you son of a bitch. How dare you donate money to me on your birthday? I'm coming to ride with you in Rockville on Sunday, and I'm going to bring you a bottle of booze. You need to confirm down below that you're a whiskey guy, but I'm going to bring you something if so. All right. I'm going to bring something for you.
Joe, can I get a shout out real quick?
Yeah.
Okay. I know it's your live stream, but you started this one. This is on you. This is on you. Yeah. Get your whiskey ready. Okay. I just want to wish Unprofessional Kyle a belated happy birthday, because he got to enjoy his birthday with the Calirado kid.
What a gorgeous son of a bitch he is.
You stole him from us.
Can I tell you guys a little bit about Unprofessional Kyle? You guys know this already?
Yes.
Here's what I've discovered. Here's what I've discovered. And you guys in chat, if you guys don't know Kyle, he was in Trailhead Troopers. He was the guy in the Ranger uniform, shy, quiet, adorable. And he is exactly that in person. But I'm disappointed he's not here because I want to talk about him right now. He is a wealth of excuses every time. So he every time he was talking about weekly releases, right? He's like, "Oh, I'm here, let me do my impersonation. You ready?" He's like, I'm
gonna make videos.
I'm living with my in-laws, and it's just hard to produce them, and it's just making the workstation. I'm like, just fucking do it, dude. Like, here's the thing.
That was the perfect
Here's the thing.
Kyle.
I've got 2 kids, a full-time job, a wife, a family. I got all this stuff, and I'm producing incredible videos. Incredible.
Oh man. I'll admit.
It's true.
Where'd he go? I'll admit I ambushed your live stream. I don't know
if I unplugged anything there. Sorry, guys.
I got worked up. Your live stream.
I got worked up.
I shared a link.
No, jump it in. Yeah, drop it in there. I don't care. Can you do that? Whatever you want to do. Okay.
I ambushed the live stream and I shared a link via email to someone else.
Look, I got super worked up, and now I need somebody to calm this situation down. We're talking about a guy who has traveled the world. All right, he has traveled the world. He is an expert in the field of mountain biking. He's as good looking as anyone else, other than me and RC and the crashing dum-dum head over down here. We're talking about the... All right, you guys aren't going to get it, because here he comes. Oh, no! There he is!
Oh, he looks just as exquisite as ever.
Did you see that he's been in here for like 10 minutes of waiting for you to let him in?
No, he has not. No, he wasn't in here before the rant. I would have seen him.
Look at the chat. I'm like, Joe, I'm here. Joe.
WTF.
Joe.
T. F.
Mom.
I don't see it. I think you got filtered, Paul. I think you got filtered.
Paul, are you in your garage?
Obviously not.
Fucking, you're just the same as Alexa, aren't you, RC? Every fucking day.
He's in the
I'm
car
like,
park.
Can you turn the lights off, Alexa, in the garage? Do you mean the garage? No, you bitch. Do you mean garage? Fucking
I'm sorry, you do not have a carriage hooked up to your Alexa.
Would it be a garage?
Correct.
Paul, you have no idea how much I miss you. And Brian talks every day where he's just like, I just want to play Halo with Paul.
That's not even a joke, is it?
It's not.
We had the best time. And you know the thing is, like, I'm a gamer watcher, 100%, right?
Yeah.
But I am not a gamer by any stretch of the imagination. And I fucking kicked his ass at Halo. And he's like, you're so good at Halo. I'm like, haven't played for 4 years. This is your console. Be embarrassed. God, good old Brian.
Console.
Brian's like, this is how, bless him. This is how Brian buys.
Bless him.
This is how Brian buys bike gear. Oh, let me just log on here. Oh, chain reaction discount sale. Oh. Troy Lee designs the shark design that no one bought, and wow, it's 95% off. I'll have one of those in yellow and blue. Now I need some shorts.
XXL.
Let me get some size. Yeah. 4XL. Oh, perfect. I'll grow into it.
True.
Look. Fox blue and white checkered race pants shorts. They go with my Troy Lee shark green and yellow. I mean, probably.
Probably.
That's so true.
What's this?
True.
So, how would I? I've got a 26-inch Specialized Enduro from 15 years ago.
He's put like $4,000 into that bike.
Yeah. No! Don't ruin my joke! Don't ruin my joke! I'll try again. I've got my Specialized Enduro over here, 26 inch. It's 7 years old at this point. Probably use some new brakes. Chain reaction discount. What? Is that Kashima? Oh my god. My drivetrain is worn out and I have no brake pads, but probably buy this new fork. Purchase. Great.
Straight steerer. 26. Quick
did
release
he,
drop
did
off.
he do that? Did he do that? Did he?
It's a straight steer bike.
Was it the wrong steer tube? Oh, amazing. Bye.
You can't forget like the headset that he bought for a straight steer tube either. That slackens his 26-inch.
How can I bring this?
So much money into this.
How can I bring this 10-year-old bike into the modern day?
20.
1 degree slacker. 1 degree slacker headset. Of course. Bye. That's all I need. That's all that's changed. Oh fuck! This bike steers like shit. What the hell? Guess that's modern bikes.
I guess that's modern bikes.
It's him riding off.
Oh fuck!
I hope I
Joe,
sound
you don't
elite.
get it.
Yeah,
I hope I don't sound elitist or anything, but you know,
I understand part of the
I had a
context.
great time playing Halo. I had a great time playing Halo. I just want to reiterate that. Jesus Christ, how much have I been cancelled in the chat now? Fuck. It's the last thing I need.
Welcome in, Paul. Good to see you, buddy.
Oh my god, have I been talking for like 5 minutes? I'm sorry.
Welcome. I'm just going to let Paul take over. I'll be back in a little
Gentlemen.
bit. See you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the J Podcast with your host, Paul the Punter here, featuring my sidekick, Shane the Crashing Dad, the Calirado adult. Today we have guests of RC and the Calirado Kid, and we're actually just on their channel. So please like and subscribe to the J Podcast. New episodes coming sooner than Unprofessional Carl getting on a weekly schedule.
Yeah, what were you guys talking about while I was gone? What were you guys talking about? Is it?
This is a podcast.
Oh,
Welcome,
okay.
Joe.
Yeah, Mountain Bike Podcast.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah. Good. Good. Everything's great.
And
Everything's under control.
MTV Podcast about mountain biking.
I'm sure, like, there has to be so many people disappointed when they log into my mountain biking channel and nobody's talking about mountain biking. Sure, it's fine. We got it.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Kinda talking
look,
about mountain
what?
biking.
I'm here, the drinking police here, to
Yeah.
encourage binge drinking.
Yeah.
What? There's been like numerous super chats here, Joe. For example, R1 Vince, your boy. Some would
Your
say.
boy.
He gave you $20.
Oh, here we
Yes,
go.
he did. Yes, he did. I will
even-
repay him Sunday.
Did you
Vince
even?
is an amazing guy.
Matthew Duck. Oh yeah. I hope you drank for him. I know you
Yep.
popped it up on the little mini chat there.
Yep.
Anyway, let's talk about Sedona. Fuck, that's the only reason I wanted to come on. I was feeling left out.
I really do want to know more. I think it's a great opportunity. I think it's really interesting that people came together to ride
What
despite
the
the
fuck
fact
are
that the
you?
festival wasn't happening.
What the fuck are you? A recruitment consultant? Hi there, Joe. I've got a fantastic opportunity for you.
Would you
It's
like to
only a-
ride in the desert?
Yeah. No, it's not dessert. It's actually just one S.
Yeah, big surprise. We're going to send you down some gnarly shit that you're not ready for. Isn't that right, Trail Features?
Look, I just want to. Hey, I want to make a public statement right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, here we go. Everybody tune in.
Yeah, listen in.
Everyone's already tuned in.
Oh,
Did you
that-
tune in?
that's true.
Okay. I was the only one that did not want to take Joe on the double black trail that is Hangover. This ends my statement.
It's because
think
you wanted
that's
to take
a-
him. Wanted to take him to Hogs, which
Yeah.
is not great for videos.
Well, I don't know. Wait, which one got
Yeah.
more videos? Videos. Which one got more views? Let's check.
Uh-oh.
Highline,
Here
the
we go.
Highline one or
Here we
the Hangover one.
Okay, Highline is awesome.
What are your bets? What are your
But you
bets
wanted to
in?
take him to Hogs.
No, but what are your bets? Which one got more views? Highline or Hangover?
It's got to be Hangover.
Hangover.
Hangover has a more
I
catchy
think it's
name.
Highline.
Highline.
I think it's Highline. It's Highline.
Hangover's
yeah,
got a
Highline.
catchier name for sure. It's a movie. It's a movie. I have to be right. If I'm not right, I'm ending the stream right now.
It was Highline.
Oh, shit.
Oh. I think
Highlines.
it must have been the thumbnail and the title.
Thumbnail.
Exactly.
Thumbnail.
Exactly.
Thumbnail, title.
Yeah, it's true because we went didn't tell him it was a double black MTV trail. ...
Again.
Could never go wrong with a ... And then the other one we were just like trying to session the hardest trail in Sedona. That's yeah. Yeah, it's probably better, isn't it? The first double black trail. Can't go wrong. 91,000 views on that first video.
Ooh.
That's been a slow burner. Slow burner that one.
And real quick, I just have to. I don't want to hijack the stream too much over here, but we do
Who would
have.
do that?
We have
Who would do
Tim.
that?
We have we have Tim Yerkes in the
Oh, Tim's in
stream.
here. What?
Tim Yerkes,
Tales
the
and
legend.
Trails.
Trail
No way. That's awesome.
Manos. He is the king of the merch. The merch king himself. King of the merch.
Oh, we did have a comment from who was it?
Ofcom.
Oh,
I don't know.
RMBL. We were riding with him today, and he said he was like ran
is
into
that
a
the
guy.
Riding my best life
Riding my
guy.
best life. He ran into a guy, and the guy was like, "Have you seen any of those Paul the Punter videos?" He was like, "Yeah."
No
He was like,
way.
"Yeah, Paul's a great guy." And the dude was like, "He's kind of a dick." And Jason was like, really? I don't get that. Like, well, what was wrong? He's like, yeah, we were in Sedona. We were riding Highline, and he had his little film crew there, and they were all set up around the drop-in. And they told us to wait before we could drop in. They thought they owned the trail, all for a Paula Punter video. I was like, I'm pretty sure we wanted people to just ride through. You know, like ride through. We'll keep. Yeah, it was funny though.
It was good.
I mean, we do own the trail. That's the rules, isn't it? I thought.
YouTubers ruining Sedona. Yeah.
Wait, that on Highline, definitely Highline.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
I feel like, was there a moment where I was like, it was taking fucking ages to do something, and I was like, look, guys, I've been here for about 20 minutes. It's been 3 hours into making this 10-minute video. Can you just give us like 1 second, and this guy's gonna ride from point A to point B, and then jobs are good.
I think that was it.
Yeah.
I think I barely remember the potential scenario there. And,
I can't remember.
I mean, and barely. And honestly, if I'm going to be like fair and objective here, like the request that was made was rational and it was realistic. So it was just because there's a lot of fanfare and people wanting to talk and stand like in frame and all these other things as we're trying to ride stuff. And that's not what a Paul the Punter video necessarily is about. It's about
me getting stressed as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's about me getting stressed as fuck, complaining about everyone not understanding why everyone isn't like a world-class videographer.
It's not dissimilar from a Tom Cruise situation where everybody wants to come up and sign autographs, but it's that one moment where his kid didn't want to eat breakfast and he was ornery and he had to deal with the kid, and all of a sudden a guy comes up for an autograph and he's like, hey, can I have your autograph? And he's like, fuck off. It's like that.
Yeah, I mean that happens every day.
Well, I mean, it was like, here's the thing. Like, we would give him Paul would give him the autograph, and then it was like, well, let's have a conversation and a beer in the middle of the shot here.
Yeah.
And it's like, no.
that is honestly, it's like I am a dick at the best of times. So I mean, that person nailed it really, like in one go.
I think there's a fine line. There's a fine line between dick and upfront. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so here's a great example.
I would say it was a clear line. And
yeah. But like, okay, but here's the thing. Like, working in radio for a long time, we've got a lot of jocks that are from the East Coast, and the East Coast, like people on the West Coast, are soft as hell, man. Like, so you'd have a guy like Rush Limbaugh or Tom Sullivan who come in, and they'd be like, they would just tell you how it is, and people would be like, that guy's mean. You're like, no, he's just from the East Coast. Like, he just says stuff,
right?
He just like says it. He just says his opinion. It's not like he's mean, right? Like. That's what you are, Paul. Like, you just say what's on your mind, and it's different. It's not mean. Like, it comes off as mean, but it's a soft folk. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like East Coasters. When people say that stuff, it's like, you just listen to what they're saying, man. They're saying what they're saying. Like, that's all it is.
I'm just saying what I'm saying. There you go.
He's just like, you're
new mix drop next week. Tim, design. Go and get Nick to design that. Wait, what was the slogan? I can't remember.
Tim, thanks for jumping in, buddy. Tim is a guy who will unsubscribe from me at a moment's notice if I don't meet his expectations. And I appreciate you being here, Tim. I'm going to drink to you, my friend.
Cheers, Tim.
I've got a question.
Yeah.
RC, where the hell did you get that fade? Because it is the bomb.
Very unlike Crashing Dad's haircut. Yeah.
I have
turn around. Let's get a full 360. Let's get a full 360 here.
Woo.
Holy mother of God.
That is gorgeous.
Wow.
You are not losing any hair on the back, are you? Fuck.
not on the back, only on the front. So
Where did you get that? Seriously.
You know, I would have to say it's First Class Barbers in
Okay.
Fruta. In Fruta,
How much?
America.
How much?
So
How much is
straight
the
up.
haircut? How much is the haircut?
It was a solid $25. And he
Wait, hold on.
He's good.
Wait,
He's good.
wait,
Decent.
wait,
Wait.
wait.
100 Canadian.
USD.
It's all about the
25?
paid. Like
My
That is
haircuts are way
fucking
more
good.
expensive. Fuck.
That is fucking good. Yeah, mine
I would-
are like 40
I-
Canadian.
I would pay
because
40.
Squamish
Mine
has
are-
a
yeah.
huge shortage of. Wow, I might have to make a stop in Grand
You're
Fruit on
gonna
the way down.
You're gonna have to stop it. You're gonna have to stop at Grand Junction, Fruta, go get a fade, ride the horsey bench trail.
Hey, can you remember when I decided instead of going back to Squamish that I was actually going to come to Grand Junction for a few days?
That was.
And-
Yep.
Yeah, I called up Joe. I fully just invited myself round to RC's house. I
Yeah.
called him up and I was like, do you have a spare bedroom? And he's like, yeah. I was like, can I stay for a few days? And he's like, sure. I'm like,
Sure.
cool. And I literally changed from Squamish. I typed in Grand Junction, Colorado. Like that's how I decided. I was driving on the highway.
How well did you know RC at the time? Like, was it like you guys know each other forever, or was it like we rode together once?
Minimal.
We rode at South Mountain. We rode We rode at South
We
Mountain.
did the Highline.
We did a Highline.
We
Yep.
did the Joe video. Yeah.
Yep. And then Paul was like, I mean, I didn't have much going on at the time, and Paul was like, I'm going to Grand Junction, and I'm staying at your place. He didn't even ask me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, sure.
That
You
is
just-
not how that went down. Hey, Shane.
Oh.
Guys, I don't know if you've seen, but Shane's new haircut is super weird. Oh, he's gone.
Oh God, this is half of the
Oh,
Joey
no.
podcast, and he can't even hang. Like, come on,
His computer has crashed.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Oh,
Get it
dear.
together. Did you see his intro, by the way, with his kids? Brilliant.
No, that was fucking funny. I was just so inspired.
I love it. I love it. So the idea that like, okay, so you decided to crash with RC on a moment's notice is what fascinates me about like, okay, I'm convinced that the single ride, I don't want to say it like it's the principle, it's like the single line. You do a single ride.
I've got a
with-
better story, Joe.
Yeah.
I've got an even better story.
Oh,
okay.
Which pretty much, and funny enough, it still uses the YouTuber like universe, if you
Okay,
like.
okay,
The
I like it, yep.
universe. No.
Yep.
So I met Eric from BC POV
Mm-hmm.
back in January of 2014 in New Zealand when I was having my 7 months in Queenstown. And we literally, oh my God, how do we even get talking?
Like, how do you even get there?
Listen to this. Okay, he gave me a ride from the bottom of a mountain to the top of a mountain because I had left my car at the top of the mountain. I was at the bottom hitchhiking.
Yeah.
That is how I met Eric for the first time. And he gave me a ride.
Was
up.
he a YouTuber at the time?
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
And anyway, he gave me a ride to the top, and then I said, "Hey, let's go and grab a beer later." And then we went to down to the lake, Queenstown Lake, and just like a few of us had like a barbecue, I think, and he hung out and had a beer. And that was the only time I spoke to him. And then he told me he was Canadian and lived in Vancouver. I was like, oh, sweet. Like, I'm going to Canada in a bit, in May. And anyway, I never rode with him. But what I did do was before I came back, my wheels had broken on my bike.
Yeah.
Like, just at the end of my time in Queenstown. And I sent him a message saying, could I get some stuff sent to you? And can I pick it up when I'm in Canada? And I mean, knowing Eric now, like it must have fucking pissed him off a tree.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He said yes. And so I was like, oh, great. Because, I would have done that for someone. I'm just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he got this stuff sent and he had to pay like duties on it. I think it was like $80 in duties. And he had to collect it from his office and like pair of wheels and some other stuff and take it home. And then it was like a week after I arrived, I went and got it. And I gave him all the money, and I could. That was the only time I ever saw it. So it was like a long time out. Like I'd been in Canada for a while until I saw him again.
Yeah.
Like I've been in Canada for like a year because he knew Trevor that does Trail Forks. I used to work with Trevor, and then we did this. We went to this race in Kamloops, and that was like the first time I'd seen him in like in two or 3 years since that incident. So yeah, you could say I have a long history of asking things from mountain biking.
I love it though. I love those simple interactions that take place, and it's like all of a sudden, like it's awkward friendship that forms or whatever it is. But it's like,
no, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. I was like, I clearly pissed this guy off.
Yeah, you can piss this guy off.
Yeah, but it's so funny that now we ended up doing this, and we ended up doing the same thing. It's like it really is quite the small world, I guess. Yeah, that's one of my favorite stories.
I mean, it's remarkable. And real quick, the crashing dad. You know, he doesn't do much crashing on a mountain bike anymore.
Sure.
He doesn't even do much chatting. Like he's
right, exactly. But here's the thing: he just sent me a text, and he said my computer crashed. He still is the crashing dad. He just needs to replace the bike on his logo with the computer. He needs to replace it with the computer, and we have the title rediscovered.
100%. 100%.
Good lord.
Well,
so
well
what
said,
were we
RC.
we were talking about Sedona? I swear.
Sedona,
That's why I wanted to come on this call. Where the hell is Shane?
Yeah, where did he go? Look, the bottom line is like I think November is the goal. My birthday's on the 23rd, so I can wrap this into basically like I'm gonna abandon my family for a week, but like I have to wrap it around the birthday. What are the dates? Do you guys know the dates?
I think Shane's was the 12th through the 14th in November.
Okay.
Which just to say this, like if you're gonna ride in Sedona, the fall is way better than the spring. Less wind.
I was wondering about this because like hasn't Sedona then been dry completely for the summer?
It's a lot like Grand Junction. In Fahrenheit, it's going to be at about 95 degrees, so it's pretty warm.
Wait. 95 Fahrenheit.
Well, we got a calculation.
Is he checking weather reports?
We're making a calculation.
Oh, here we go. God damn it.
That's pretty warm.
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
Oh, he did some Celsius to Fahrenheit conversions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sedona is actually at the same elevation as Grand Junction is, so it's warm in the summer. A lot of people are looking to go to the forest at those times anyway, and in general, that's Whistler season for Paul.
I have to assume that Tim is going to be there, and he's going to show us all what to do.
Tim, I'm sorry.
Tim does
it's
that.
35. It's actually 35 degrees Celsius.
35 Celsius.
Unbelievable.
It's warm, but it's a dry warm. As it like that. I mean, you don't have a lot of humidity. It's a dry
They
warm.
always say that here in Sacramento. It's a dry heat. You're like, dude, it's still hot as hell.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And fire season and all the other stuff, but like you go into November, the days are short, but you're going to get less wind. You get spectacular weather a lot of times. It generally just is better, in my opinion, in the fall than it is the spring. The thing with the spring though is like Sedona is the beginning. It's like the Masters. We're talking about Paul hitting the links.
Stop. I drifted off, but you just said the greatest tournament in sport. So who are you thinking? DeChambeau? Is he gonna hit? He said it's a par 67. Is that realistic? I don't think it is. I think he's gonna blow it. I think we're gonna see someone more classic. Westwood is on fire. It's gonna be finally his time at the age of 47. Is he gonna win his first major? I don't know. What's going on with the players? I don't even know what happened to the players.
We got Paul on the Masters. Paul has rediscovered the links as a very good golfer out there.
I feel like we got slightly diverged,
His bike Tom's still here because I ruined his life. Was it you that introduced me to bike Tom?
Yeah, it was.
He made a huge mistake. Lee Westwood is leading the players championship.
Here's the story, everybody in chat. If you don't know this already, I told Bike Some. He hit me up. I was like, dude, why don't you reach out to Paul because he's started a golf channel and you're a golf pro. Like, reach out to Paul and talk to him. And like all of a sudden, boom. He was like, "Uh-oh, it's game over now."
He made the worst decision of his life, as far as I'm concerned. And I even said like, I think I might have even typed like, sigh, as in like.
Did you see his?
I'm sorry.
He put his highlight vids up the other day, and he was like putting from 100 fucking whatever, and he was just like nailing them all like casually. I was like, damn it!
Played out. If he tries something 100 times, it's gonna work. That guy's a fraud. I'm gonna call him out.
Dude, he's good at. He's a gem. He's good at everything he does. He's a maniac mountain biker. He's a maniac golfer. Like he's one of those like weird. He just absorbs it and just does it. Like I'm telling you right now.
He's an attractive man. That's like his thing.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
Let me tell you about my round today, though.
Okay.
Fucking shit. Mainly because like I've been doing activities for like 5 days straight. According to Whoop, I've been burning like 4,500 calories every day. And then today I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm going to edit all day. And then I realized that I had a gym reservation. And I was like, oh, I should go to the gym. Went to the gym. Pathetic. I was like, oh. And then Keith, the guy at the gym, was like, do you want to play golf? I'm like, well, of course I want to play golf. I always want to play golf. And I go and turn up. I'm just like, it's all chest workout as well as the gym. And I'm just like, can't do anything. And I was like, Keith, fucking, I'm going to suck today. And he's like, do you want to play a game? I'm like, sure, match play. Let's go. Me and you, heads up. He fucking kicks my ass. But then I birdied the third, which I haven't had a birdie on the Squamish course this year, which is fucking tragic. And second round of the year, still haven't had a birdie. Second round, I had a birdie. That's great. Played shit. Basically, almost quit golf. Then on the 15th, I did RC. You would have loved it because let me tell you about the lie. Ball in bunker. Feet have to be outside of bunker.
Wait, why?
Therefore, because I'm right up against the edge.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ball very far down, below my feet. This guy, short game wizard, boom, knocked it in.
Oh, what the hell? Out of the bunker?
That's
a stab.
Where is Bike Som? Is he in here? He'll appreciate this.
You know, I feel like Paul needs to come back to the Grand Junction for a head-to-head matchup.
I will be bringing my golf clubs down
to Brian Powers, Mesa Golf Course.
Brian as in your roommate.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Not Brian as in Kennedy.
Dude,
Brian as in Kennedy.
And what's interesting to me is like how like separate mountain biking and golf is. Like, okay, so I'm
it's exactly
decent
the same sport. It's exactly the same sport.
No.
I'm going to agree, and that's a great parallel right there.
No, watch your goddamn mouth, RC. Watch your goddamn mouth. All right, look, golf.
RC,
like,
it's a parallelogram. It's that much of a parallelogram.
No, golf is basically like as calm as can be, and mountain bike is like I'm gonna die.
What the fuck
like,
are you talking about? Golf calm? Are you insane?
Dude, I fall asleep after 9 holes, Paul. I fall asleep after 9 holes.
You need a cigar and a beer. Give this man a cigar and a beer on the course, and he'll be fine.
Hey, my new push cart, because I'm a push cart guy now, has a cooler built into it.
Oh, baby.
Say no more. Anyway, listen. Played shit. Hold out from this bunker, though. And I was like, back in the game.
Just like that. One shot.
Par, lived out birdie, another par, and then bogeyed the last hole on the course, which is fucking hard. If someone, MTV Rad Dad, someone is just, I can't believe you asked me this question. Have you seen Happy Gilmore? Guys, I've got a great fact for you.
Absolutely.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Happy Gilmore was predominantly filmed in Vancouver.
Really?
No way.
What?
Yes way. Now I'm gonna blow your mind more. Now there's a golf course called Furry Creek, which is a whole town actually. It's that big. It's a whole town, and that's on the Sea to Sky Drive. So the drive from Vancouver to Whistler, and that is where Bob Barker had his punch up with Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
wow,
so good.
Also, if you watch the end of when I flew Bobo out to Whistler, there's we stopped over and I got out and I was like, this is where Bob Barker punched up Happy Gilmore. Anyway, on Wednesday this week, I went to the exact driving range where Chubbs met Happy Gilmore for the first time.
No way.
True story. I was stood in the driving range just going, This is where it happened. Chubbs heard Happy getting money, hit the ball over the fence. Crazy. It was
Damn
quiet, so we
alligator
had
bit
to
my hand off.
No, that was after. I think that was when they went to the batting cage, and he's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
It's my goal on the golf channel is to film a video at every one of the Happy Gilmore golf courses.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I've already done one. One was the pitch and putt in Vancouver. But anyway, we've talked about golf a lot.
I can't believe they
Why
filmed
don't
all
you
that
start
out there.
me talking
Well, okay, like one final golf question. What is it that drives you to the golf thing? Like, so
okay, real quick. That was a strong pun right there. I like that pun. What drives you to the golf thing? that was clever.
I don't even know that I'm doing this. All right, Paul, that's how good I am.
You're just a punny guy. You're just a punny guy.
Yeah.
We call him the pun-isher.
Is it the necessity to strive to greatness? Like, okay, like I embellish that, but like it's the idea to like perfect something. Is it like something that's ingrained in you, or is like what is it that with golf that drives you into it?
There is no better feeling than a flushed 5-iron. Like, there's no better feeling.
I flank so many shots, man. It's hard for me to like really.
For starters, I know you don't play golf because no one has ever said the word flank.
Wait,
that is not a golf term.
It is now.
Shank. I shank so many shots.
There we go. Yeah. Take a shot for that.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say that like I could hit it in the fairway, but it's usually the adjacent
fairway from the hole.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Well, the other fairway.
Yeah.
A lot of balls in the holes.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. Lots of there's too much golf. There's too much golf chat now.
Yeah.
But golf is fucking great. Like it really is. Like I mean, I was my high school captain, so golf was like quite a big part of my life. But it's I'm just trying to get back to being as good as I am. And it's just something you can obsess over. And you know what the best thing is? It's all down to you. There's nothing else. And the other thing is that Tiger Woods is the greatest hero of mine of all time. Listen, he has fucked up in obviously quite a royal way at one point in his life.
Sure.
But do you know what he did? Do you know what he did when he all came out? He just came out and went, yeah, it's all my fault. It's no one else's fault. It's all mine. I gotta put this right. And that's who he is. That's why he's the hero. He is the hero. Yeah, he fucked up. Yeah, he had
and that kind of brings us back to like we were kind of previously talking a little bit about like golf being a lot like mountain biking, and when you ride up to a feature that you think is it's within your wheelhouse, something that you can land. I always I've golfed some. I'm probably the worst golfer that anybody knows, but at the same time, it's like if you want to ride up to something, it's like a golf shot. Is it a golf shot? I even said it to Paul. That's a golf shot on some of those lines that he's taken. And
you actually did used to say that as well, even before I started playing golf.
Exactly. I've used it. That's a golf shot. And it's like, I mean, if you want to hit a drop, it's like, okay, what type of speed do I need? You can translate that to like, here's my swing. I'm going to swing at the ball. I need a certain amount of speed because I don't want to overshoot the hole. I don't want to undershoot the hole. And then I need location. I don't want to hit it into the bunker. I don't want to hit it into the bushes. I don't want to hit it into the next fairway, which is what I'm primarily good at. But like, it comes down to you. Anytime you ride into a feature, it comes down to you. Like, how did you pre-plan this? Like any feature that you ride.
Stop. Actually, stop. I'm gonna pause you right there.
Okay.
We need to cancel some dialect here. We need to really take a stand.
Oh, here we go.
It's when you said pre-plan. Wait, is that a flamethrower?
Holy shit!
Oh
God!
That's extreme. Okay. Anyway, back to canceling words. Pre-plan. What pre-plan? Planning is the thing that you do. How do you pre-plan? Are you planning for a plan? Is that what you're saying? This,
Well-
do you know what the funniest thing is? I was only thinking about this today because I used to work with this woman, and she'd say, "I just want to pre-warn you."
Yeah.
How do you pre-warn someone?
That's what a warn is. You
How do you warn
dumbass.
them before you're going to warn them?
Paul, you got me, Paul. You got me.
Yeah, I think the better term would be, I want to warn you. I want to warn you, bud.
You know, I've totally reconsidered the term pre-plan. So I'm planning for my plan.
You just got to plan. You don't plan before you plan. Do you? Wait, do you?
Sometimes
You
I plan
plan
before. Like, you got to come up with a plan. So you got to plan on how to get your plan. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. Like, you write up to a feature, and it's like, I will need to make a plan. So now I'm building the plan. That's a pre-plan.
You're planning the plan?
You got to plan the plan, man.
Yeah.
You're just
I don't know.
planning.
You're still planning. Yeah, it's still a plan.
He's definitely not wrong on this one. I'm giving credit. He found a loophole in the
It's a
English
loophole.
language. We found a loophole in the English language.
Right. Are we talking about Sedona? Don't look, RC, don't mention golf. Don't mention bad grammar. Just like we've just got to focus on Sedona here.
Sedona, Arizona.
Yeah. Everyone needs to get vaccines. That's basically how we're going to do. Have we checked in on something or other? Like
Kelsey, I appreciate you. Boom.
Boom.
You think? Okay. Is it dropping? Okay, it's dropping. Oh my god. Anyway, we won't talk about that.
That's what we got for talking about golf for 20 minutes. Sorry, guys. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Oh shit! A lot of people turned off. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. We're ramping down as we ramp down for the evening. We've got a couple incredible people with me tonight, and we're talking about Sedona. We're talking about a mountain bike fest. It's going to happen in November, the official. And RC went out there as a preliminary, and he scouted it for us with Biker and Dusty Betty and a couple other people. And boy, oh boy, I think we're all on board. And I think, like, here's what I want to know. As somebody who's never been out there, what can I expect when I come out there with you guys?
Give it to us, Paul.
What could you expect?
Yeah.
Expect the unexpected.
Oh, should I pre-plan my plan?
That's right.
Allow me to pre-warn you before you pre-plan. No, I think it's you've got to have a balanced bike. That would be my first thing. Oh wait, hold on. Didn't you say you kept getting punctures in your tires?
God, dude, it's the worst.
Did you not just want to try some Kenders? I put it in there. It's a shameless plug, but I mean,
I'm gonna buy some now. I'm gonna buy some now.
I don't get commission off it. It's just a fixed thing. You can get 30% off Kender tires with my code. 30% off, which is quite a lot of money.
And you attest to the fact that they're good, and knowing the fact that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing anyways. So
yeah, straight up. I wouldn't have used them if they were good. I don't use any of my sponsors if they're not any good.
Here's somebody that I can actually trust with a product. So it's no problem. If you say it's good, I'll get some. Because
Honestly,
the Dissector might be the worst tire ever. Like it's grippy. I found that I could climb more than I could
casing?
with the Aggressor.
What casing do you have?
It's not the XO. It's not the XO. It's not the. It's the basic one.
Wait,
but
there's a more no EXO is
EXO is the basic, right?
Yeah, EXO is the thinnest.
Then that's what I have. But I have so not only does Brian Gong, who's a Yeti ambassador in the local area, he's got punctures. MTB Savant has got punctures off that thing too. Like, man, and the knobs wear down quick. EXO, Brian's here. The EXO, we've got the EXO. Good God, man, those things wear down quick. Yeah.
But okay, so EXO is just about your sidewall thickness.
Okay.
That's not about the compound that's used in the tread.
So what is that, XL Plus?
No, it's completely different. I think with Max's it's like 3C or something.
EXO's the tire casing.
Who has time for this stuff?
It's the thickness. Me.
Good God.
Fucking loads. I got no children or commitments or responsibilities. So it's yeah, but do you know what? Just go and try some Hellcats. Get some Hellcats AGC. that compound.
Okay.
It's like the thicker one, but they're not actually very heavy at all. And they're like a perfect intermediate tire, front and rear. I've got them on my Giant Trance. It's like, yeah, just give them a go. Plus 30% off, which is so much fucking money off tires. It's unreal. When they told me that my code gives people 30% off, I was like, no way. Really? but it's only people in America. And people send me shit for it all the time. I get inbox messages like, why is your candy discount only available for us? It's like, I don't know.
Was that a Life of Brian or a Monty Python voice right there? Because I was watching Life of Brian the other night. Yeah.
It's pretty much my voice for anyone that isn't me at this point.
Yeah.
Hello. Like, even my mum, I'm like, oh, Paul. Like, Mum, why are you talking like that? Yeah.
I will check it out. Well,
like when it comes down to casing, though, like I mean, the stronger casing you have, less likely of punctures that you're going to get, unless you run higher tire pressure.
Yeah, that's a myth. That's a myth.
Wait,
Question.
so what? Like I was talking about tire pressure with people the other day, and they're like, "Oh, we run way less pressure than you do," but like with Cushcore and all that stuff, you can run way less pressure.
No,
I don't run Cushcore.
No, don't need it. It's a myth.
Right?
Just
like, so
tires.
what are you guys running? It's dependent on terrain though, right? Like if you got a lot of jaggy rocks, you're running more pressure, right? Or less pressure.
I love the way you're like, more pressure? Wait.
Fuck, I don't know what I'm doing, guys.
Pressure.
Tim Yerkes knows what he's doing.
It's about suspension. It's about riding style. It's so much. But I mean, I run
riding style speeds though.
In these kind of tires, I'm like either 22 in the front, 24 in the back, or if it's like more of a slabby one, I'll go 21 in the front, 23 in the back. But do you have a tire pressure gauge? Do you have a digital?
I do. Yep.
And what do you run?
I've been running like 28 across the board. It's too much. RC, give me a approval look. Somebody, please.
I like to go kind of around 25, sub 25, a little more in the front.
Every time I run sub that, I get a flat. Every time.
But do you get a front? Do you get a flat in the front?
No, it's the rear.
It's the rear. So I've like if I've not had Cushcore, I've run higher tire pressure in the rear. But it, like we were kind of talking earlier, I think it comes down to riding style. You see the sharp, jagged rocks. Can you jump over them? Which reduces the risk by a lot.
Oh,
I do backflips.
Over them? Can you go light over them? That's the other.
And can you? That's another big question. Like, are you going to go light over them? Like, where's your center of gravity when you go over those rocks? Because I have gotten a flat with Cushcore. Running
because that doesn't. Remember, Cushcore does not prevent punctures. I just want to reiterate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he
does not prevent
and he's
punctures.
right. He's right.
No.
Doesn't it say on the box? Cushcore, it doesn't say on the box like Cushcore does not prevent punctures.
Yeah.
It's a suspension product, isn't it? That's what they call it. They call it a suspension product.
Mm-hmm. When I come all the way up to Whistler and Squamish and all that stuff, Paul, we're gonna. You know how you do the series where you like you have beginner riders and you show them how to set up their bike.
We'll do your first green trail. We'll do your first
Can I be a green trail subject? Like it'd be money. Like I'll provide plenty of entertainment for the knowledge. Like I'll just talk the whole time, and you'll edit out 97% of it.
I'll just be like,
the Calirado Kid Green Trail Slayer.
But I want hard cuts. I want like mid-sentence cuts. Like I want like shut the fuck up cuts.
And then just completely different facial expressions for each of them. I'm just making you say whatever. Like,
yeah.
I mean, Paul wasn't really the best teacher that I've ever had. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yes.
No, I think. I mean, obviously, it'd be my pleasure, but I mean, do you know what suspension? Like, this is the thing. Like, straight up. Do you know how many times I've had a puncture in the last? Wait, what year is it? 2021.
It's actually 2021.
One.
Yep.
Thanks.
One.
In the last 6 years, I've had 3 punctures.
That's what's crazy to me. It's like I've ridden quite a bit with no incident, and all of a sudden, boom, 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 within a week, it's like people are saying it's because there's no talc powder on the tube that I temporarily put in. I got a squeeze puncture or something. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, man,
where'd you get your punctures?
So the first one I was doing this, I sent it pretty sick, Paul. I sent it really well.
That's what. Hello, high school kids.
So I sent it
like a bag of sand.
Yeah, right in a rock.
Sand.
As soon as you hit the rock, you know, like just gone, right? Some fluid everywhere. Ding the rim, everything. So we're 40 minutes worth of pulling off all this stuff, trying to reinflate, and just like fluid everywhere. All the fluid's gone by this point, tube in, whatever. And then we rode Auburn 3 days later, and I was doing the first downhill section of the day, puncture. Boom, right off a rock drop. Bam. And it was just like, my luck's not been good.
Was it in the middle of the tread, or was it like on the,
middle.
Pinch flat? No, middle. Okay, so like,
wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. So that one's kind of what Paul was talking about earlier. If you get like,
the second one might have been a pinch flat. Yeah.
So like, I feel like Cushcore works with preventing pinch flats where you get the second puncture in the bead. Cause I've always run into getting kind of back to back, like a puncture in the tread, and then one next to the bead. And so then you're plugging two spots in the same exact kind of like perpendicular location, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, as far as like getting one in the middle of the tread, I think it comes down to riding style, because like, again, Paul said you're riding light. Are you riding light through certain things? And the question, a lot of times the answer is, no, I was shredding hard and I was sitting on my back wheel. All my weight was behind me. And I got it there. And so like, you can do whatever you want with that. You can't avoid it. You have to change your riding style, in my opinion. What do you got?
I have
Paul?
to assume is what you said is that here's how I interpreted it. Here's how I interpret it is what you just said, RC, is that I sent it so sick that like it popped my tire. That's how I interpreted what you just said to me.
You know, you were shredding so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, fellow.
Yeah.
This is a bag of sand, Joe. Bag of sand.
I know. Everybody immediately regrets riding together with me because I don't shut up the whole time. Yeah, no, like I'm working on it. Here's what I got to do. Here's what I've discovered. I got to go back to flats, and I got to develop proper technique. Like what I'm missing now.
That's bollocks as well. That's also bollocks.
What?
I want to see Paul go to flats just in general.
No, I didn't. I tried it, and I was like, this is garbage. Like, this is way better.
Can I tell you? No, I love clipped in, but here's what I discovered. My buddy was like, "Oh, I rode BMX when I was back in the day. We took some pallets. We took some pallets in the garage, and we stacked them up."
And did. And we watched Rad. We watched Rad 5 times a day.
So I took these pallets, and I realized I had no concept of like shifting your weight in and then out. Like I had no, like, I don't know what I'm doing. All right. I count on Brian, aka BXC, to coach me.
Have you got, where are your mountain bike shoes?
Yep.
No, where are they?
They're in the truck right now, ready to go tomorrow because I'm riding with Bike Some. I'm shredding.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, you got your, they're going to be cold.
Yeah. It's fine. Everything is under control, Paul.
Everything's under control. Everything's fine. Everything's under control.
Bag of sand.
We're gonna build a trail tomorrow, Paul. We're gonna build trails tomorrow and then ride with Biker. We're gonna build some illegal shit.
You're gonna build some with Bike Some?
No, with Biker and Bike Some.
You're gonna build some with Bike Some.
Yeah, build some.
Finally, thank you, RC. Thanks.
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah.
Oh, there's penny drops. So, you don't have your cleats in the same position as Brian, do you?
I don't know what his positions are. You have to assume the fact that I have no clue on what I'm doing. When I started mountain biking, I have no friends in mountain biking. Like the only friends I have in mountain biking are people that are you guys who have never given me personal tips. This is why I need to make the journey, the pilgrimage to Whistler, to Squamish.
We'll come to you. We'll come to you.
All right.
Look, how do you have your rear shock set up?
That is a component right there. I will agree.
It definitely rear shocks in my life. And here's how it's set up. If you watch my recent video, Justin Nemi and Bikesome set it up for me.
What do they do?
I don't know. Here's what I know.
Fair enough.
Here's what I know. My front shock when I rode this gnarly chunky section recently called Rocky and Auburn, and I did not utilize all the travel, so I need to take some air out, I think.
Because
What's your rear shock out of curiosity? I don't remember.
In terms of
what is it?
The brand or
brand model.
It's got some travel to it.
Yeah, buddy.
DPX2?
Ooh.
Was that right?
That's definitely a suspension brand.
Yeah.
How much air do you have in your rear shock?
We'll just have to ask Brian Gong what his specs are.
Yeah. You got Brian, Matt, and fucking Mr. Percussive know better than I do.
Guys, how does Joe have his shock set up? How much pressure and how much rebound?
Here's what I know.
Zero.
No.
Okay, here's what I know. I did a couple clicks the other day, and it felt better.
Look. Right, we sped up your rebound. Okay, that doesn't help. 0 psi. What do they
Mr.
keep
Percussive
saying?
knows what he's doing. Yeah.
Match it front to back. Okay, yeah, but how much?
I did.
How much? How many clicks? And did you not write this down?
No.
Oh, fuck's sake.
No. Look, here's Paul. I focus on my good looks and my talent, and then the writing's third. All right, it's third. Paul gets it. He gets it. All right. When it's time to entertain, it's time to entertain.
You do say it comes to the comedy, stay for the writing.
75% sag.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can I do this? Hang on, wait a minute. Can I? No, I can't. Is this you riding a trail?
You forgot the mustache, but that's about it, right?
Is that a Yeti or is that a Harley Davidson hot rod? Hey Joe, go around this corner. I can't. My rear wheel is inside my lower intestine.
Yeah, it's in there, fully involved.
Okay. Oh my god.
I'm fully committed to the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, but I need teachers. I'm gonna do a series called the Calirado Kid Learns, where I learn how to do stuff.
Oh boy,
I think we just need trailhead. I think we need trailhead troopers. The second episode.
You guys want to?
You need trailhead troopers with better directing. That's what you need.
I know. Well, you're 100% right. You guys want to know the secret? I've got a box of White Claw. All right, you guys know White Claw, right?
White Claw, yeah.
I've box.
I've heard of that beverage.
Yeah, I bought a box of White Claw, which is the sissiest drink you could get. It's a like a carbonated, flavorful.
Anyways, I'm over serious drinks like hops and stuff. Give me the fruitiest one. I don't give a shit.
No. I'm gonna bring you some good whiskey, Paul, when we come up. But all right. So here's the deal. I've got a box of White Claw, and as soon as I finish that, it's production time for series episode 2. And can I paint you a vision? Can I paint you a vision?
Way round. You reward them when they do something good with them. That's how you do it.
He's incentivizing biker behavior over here.
Yeah, you don't give it to them before you need them to do something, because then they won't do that thing. When you fish, right, okay, how about this? When you fish, you don't catch the fish and then pull it out and then give it the bait.
You don't?
You don't catch the fish and then go, oh, hey, fish, here's the bait now that I've caught you.
Yeah. Paul was telling me the other day how I teased the video. He's like, you dummy. Why don't you just wait until the video's out, then I can click on it. It's
dummy. I did not say you dummy.
I know, but it made a lot of sense. I was like, I didn't even think about that, but it's why tease it? A certain video, a basic video, I think it was a Pacifica one. It's why not just put the teaser out when the video's out, and then people can click on it. I'm like, I didn't fucking think about that. God damn it, Paul, you're a genius. So
people don't need to tease. It's in the title of a video, tell them what happens at the end, and then It's so true. I got that from Josh. I will forever credit Josh with that because he's completely right.
Josh.
And then, teasers like, in 3 days, you're going to want to watch this thing. And they're going to be like, yeah, great. I couldn't care less.
I think what Paul's trying to get at here is that both of us want we both want a cameo in Trailhead Troopers.
I would fucking love to be in.
Yeah, I would love to be in Trailhead Troopers as well.
Like it had Kyle. He was incredible.
Can I tell you my Paul? Can I tell you my vision for you in Trailhead Troopers episode 3?
Script episode 3. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm far beyond what you. I'm far beyond what you guys are thinking. All right. So look, here's Paul's going to be the Canadian Mountie division. All right. I'm telling you, I've thought way ahead on this. Way ahead. And it's going to be brilliant. He's going to be the Canadian Mountie division of Trailhead Troopers. I'm telling you, we're going global, Paul and RC. Like we've fleshed this out. I'm going to get you guys involved.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Got a bag of Timbits on you by any chance?
Oh my God, dude. I'm telling you, we've got some stuff in the works. Like, okay, so I found out that one of the guys, Ashley, who was part of he's got an attack dog, and he's gonna in episode 2. I'm gonna get attacked by an attack dog. Like, we're talking. Like, we're talking about, like, I'm going to work on filmography. The guy that I work with, I handed him the camera. I was like, hey, get some shots of me. I told you we filmed that in 3 hours. The next episode, like it's going to be good, Paul. We're going to meet up to your expectations. I assure you. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry.
I'm not good with scripts, Paul. I'm good with improvisation. That's all I got in my life.
I just want to say, Jay, Bug Sum, I know you're watching. Lee Westwood is leading the Players' Championship. Can you believe it?
Uh-huh.
Can't believe it. My watch all weekend.
Lee Westwood of all people.
Fuck, he's 47 years old. He's got his fiance. Right. Okay. Stop this. Just go and order some tires right now, Joe.
I'm going to. It's done.
I'll get you the link. Hold on. Just do it on the stream. I'll get you a link.
Here we go. Here's the awkward moment where I have to look to the. Okay, here's the secret. I've got a screen here, and then I've got a screen over here.
See that link there?
And I got a screen back here. I got 3 screens hooked up to my Mega Machine back here.
Mega Machine. Do you not have a voice changer thing?
No.
Do you?
My voice is gorgeous enough already, Paul.
No, but to like make it go crazy or whatever. I feel like you have the power to do that.
Here's my goal, by the way. And Paul, I might bring you in for this one when we need it. Next live stream I do, I need Bobo involved.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna
baby.
I can't get involved in that.
I'm gonna get him locked down, and then I'm gonna text you and be like, hey, 30 minutes in, I need you to jump in. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
Why? Because I want to just sit there and enjoy it.
You can do that too.
Yeah, but Paul, but the fact that we have you here, that's all that needs to be said.
Yeah. Here's my vision. Here's my vision of this.
RC is like an audio book of riddles. Like
really, yeah. One-liners, riddles. Some people call it wisdom. Not really though, but yeah.
Here's my concept. I'm gonna pitch him this.
Sorry. Jay, I did read that. Obviously, I read that. But once again, Lee Westwood is leading the Players' Championship. Anyway, next question.
Paul, if you play around with Jay,
he's gonna crush me.
I will. I will film it. I will film it.
It would be.
We can have a
pro golfer versus mid-handicap golfer. Who is better? The result will shock you.
It will shock you. So here's like, as we kind of slow down the final moments of the live stream, and because I got to pee like a racehorse. Here.
Have you bought these tires yet? For fuck's sake!
Wait, what?
Click the link. Click the link that I just sent you.
What'd you send it to me to?
Go on the StreamYard.
Okay.
browser, and then there's a private chat functionality on there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
We got
shit.
some private chat.
Okay, here we
Now
go.
you'll
Look
see.
at Paul. You remember when Paul was saying he was trying to get on the stream? That's all there.
Joe. Joe, what the fuck? What the fuck, Joe? Cut my life into pieces. Joe. Joe.
Paul, this is my last resort here, okay? You're recommending tires to me, and like I like the Maxxis stuff, but I might be willing to be swayed, all right? Like this is my
30%
last resort.
It's fucking look. I've said this so much, I'm almost suffocating over here.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have to click that link. Right. Have you opened it? We'll herd you to the right place.
Yeah.
I just clicked the link, to be honest with you.
I did too, yeah. There's a
All
lot
right,
of
okay.
porn
We got
things popping
sponsorship.
up.
No, that's your bookmark page. You're getting
Oh,
confused.
okay.
Paul the punter's huge wang. Got it. I knew that already. I knew it already.
Look, right. What can you see? What is it?
It's
What is
Kevin
it?
tires.
I got the Pinner Pro.
No, don't get the pinners. Get the
Hellcat.
Hellcat. Get the
Hellcat
Hellcat.
Pro.
All mountain.
There's no Hellcat Pro, is there? Is there?
There's a Hellcat Pro. That's got a nice tread to it too. I like it.
Wait a minute. Just the tires. I just want to find the tires.
By the
Hang
way,
on.
Kellen, if you really want me to, I have a tremendous idea on how to address that topic, but I need enough
right,
support to
Joe.
do it because there you go. All right, I'll hide it later for now.
Right, click on the Hellcat Pro.
Okay, how do I find that?
Oh shit. Go
Wait.
find a tire.
Find
top
a
left.
tire.
Yeah. And then
Do I
you'll
have to-
see and then a bunch of tires pop up, and then you'll see the Hellcat Pro is the second from the left.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, right. Click that.
Okay,
Okay. Now,
I'm on-
what
I'm
you
on.
want to do is you click buy online,
okay.
and you click that. Yeah.
Yep.
Paul, should I
Okay.
go with 27.5 2.6?
Oh, yeah, No, 2.4s.
2.4.
2.4s. Got it.
Joe.
Wait, AGC versus AEC. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. I'm holding your hand. Wait,
What's
put your hand out,
what's
Joe.
AGC
Wait,
versus AEC?
Joe, put your hand to the camera. Take my hand. Take my hand.
Take it.
All right. You want to buy the 29 by 2.4 Hellcat AGC.
Okay, got it.
G for golf.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Click on that.
Yep.
And then you add that to the cart.
Do I need
okay.
one or two?
You need two. It's a front
Two,
and rear
right? Yep.
situation. Yeah. front and rear, yeah.
Is it's a front and rear? You gotta go both.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very important. Actually, you got to think about your front and rear tire because
Yep.
Okay. Then you've got quantity 2. Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you type in your coupon code. There it is. See that?
What did it? Tell me it. Give it to me now.
Punter 2021. That will get you 30.
Punter 2021.
Yeah. I think you might have to do it in caps lock.
Whoa, $50 off. Jesus.
That's so much money, isn't it?
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Holy hell.
Like
Punter
this sounds like
2021.
a honey advert. You know when you see the honey adverts and they're like, I bought this and I saved $300. I couldn't believe it, guy. Like serious. Anyway, now
It's funny because
buy
you
those
mentioned earlier, like, oh, 30% discount. Like when you see $50 off, you're like, that's insane. Like that's
Yeah, it's
pretty
like-
amazing.
like,
Guys,
damn, son.
we got Unpro Kyle in the house. Just saying.
Wait. What? Unpro? Wait.
Unpro,
Oh, baby. Unpro, you're just in time to catch the greatest discount in mountain biking tire history from Paul the Punter. You enter Punter 2021 from Kendall Tires, the Hellcat Pro. And he is certifying 100% that these tires are quite possibly the greatest mountain biking tires in mountain biking history. Unprofessional Kyle, I'm counting on you to put in that discount code.
Put it in.
Hi, I'm Pro
2021.
Kyle. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Now I've done my job. Order those tires, put them on. Make sure the Kenda logos line up with the valve. Make sure your valves are tight enough as well, because you can lose air pressure through the valves.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bid you adieu, because I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. Jay, I hold one out of the bunker today. Also shot a 95, so thinking about quitting golf, because it's too embarrassing to be playing golf right now. If I shoot another one in the 90s, I might just top myself and be done with it. But yeah, guys, I'm going to peace out.
Thanks, Paul.
Right.
Always a
Like
pleasure,
Chuck.
my friend.
I miss you already, Paul.
Woo.
Goodbye. Goodbye,
Goodbye.
guys.
Goodbye.
Okay. Counting-
now. Goodbye.
I'm counting
Goodbye.
him to remove himself, because otherwise it's going to be awkward. Yeah. Oh, there he goes. RC, I'm going to end the stream with the final pitch, and this is like a special edition to people that are still here, okay? This is something I'm working on, and I want you to be a part of it. I want you to know what's going on. I've told Shane about it. Here's the final thing. I'm going to make a short video about this. The next concept from the Calirado Kid is the collaboration concept, okay? What it is this. I'm going to put out a short video, and if you want me to be a part of your video or anything, you're going to reach out to me. Okay. Let me paint the picture. Okay. RC. So
you need to paint with a broad brush, though.
yeah. So if you want me to be your outro or your intro for a video, I'll do it. If you want me to be your voicemail, I'll do it. If you want me to be your greeting, I'll do it. Like, what it is a broad spectrum of the Calirado Kid is. So if you want me to be your voiceover for a certain subject of your YouTube video,
You don't know
I'll
what
do
you're
it.
signing up for right now. You don't know what you're signing up for.
No, but nobody's going to take me up on this. But the bottom
I
line
will
is,
I'll take you up on this.
that's what I mean. Big YouTubers, small YouTubers, whatever. Like, I'm going to put a short video together next week. And once that unveils, you're going to see the timeline, how to do it. And basically what it is like, if you want me to be your voiceover for a section of your video, or you want me to be whatever, like, I'm going to do it. And it's going to be weird, because the more, like, I'm going to put a video together at the end of this all, where it's like, whoever came up with the most creative ideas can create this, like, Calirado Kid, like, is all over the place type of video. It's going to be funny. I'm going to put together a video, and that's you guys in the live stream right now will get the precursor of what I put out.
Oh, baby.
I just want you guys to know and be aware of it right now.
Oh, baby.
So the more creative an idea you have, the better. I'll voice over you. I'll be a cameo. I'll be a whatever. Like, it's going to be silly, and I appreciate it. There's probably going to be 5 people, but this will be the first time I do it. And then after that, once I hit 100,000 subscribers, right, RC?
Oh,
Right,
1 million,
Yeah.
millions and millions and millions of subscribers.
You guys are going to regret not being on the front lines. I'm just saying you right now. All right. RC, thanks for jumping in, man. I'm jealous of your cigar. I'm inside. I got my pipe, but I don't have any tobacco in it. I need to load it up.
It is what it is. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
But I am planning a Colorado ride again in 2021, and hopefully you come out here in 2021. If not, I'll see you in Colorado. And man, oh man, what a
That's
live stream it
good stuff right
was.
That's
We're
good
almost
stuff right there.
we're almost at 3 hours. RC, any final words?
You know, Joe, for all the thrill seekers out there, outdoor adventurists, and YouTube armchair quarterbacks from across the Mountain West, the fruited plains, and even the left coast, it was good seeing you guys. Take care, stay safe, stay rubber side down. Shred the gnar inside before you shred the gnar outside. That's all I got.
We'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate you guys being here on this Friday night, spending time with us, the legend RC, a brilliant man, a good-looking man, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for jumping in the chat. We'll see you guys later.